And hello everyone, and welcome eventually to our week 11 of our Blades in the Dark game. I think we're on week 11. All my information says we're on week 11, but we are we're a few weeks out from playing it before, whatever, something along those lines. I don't know, words, fuck words.
You should
we're back.
really rehearse this.
We're back with our Blades in the Dark game. After 2 weeks hiatus. One of them was definitely my fault because I was ill. I was just coughing and spluttering. So, what are we doing? I guess we get people to introduce themselves. So, hi, I'm James CORP. You may know me from such shows on my channel as Warhammer and Blades in the Dark and Seventh Sea. Even though, and I'm playing Samuel Magpie Garrett, who is a leech. Is he? No, lurk. It's a lurk. It's not a leech, is he? It's the lurk. God, why do they all start with L's and fucking... Fox.
Hello, I play Meredith Blackwood, otherwise known as Raven, and she is a whisper from Tycheros.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, not all of them start with L then. Harrison.
A whisper.
Hello, I'm Cameron Harrison. You may know me from the from Spooky Jaws chat room, and also Wednesdays around this time playing Carbon 2185. I am playing Mackie Templeton, a Spider. From the Dagger House.
What other game are you in?
Oh, I'm in the Wednesday 7 p.m. time Carbon 2185 game being done by Dragon Turtle Games.
What,
with Robert, yes,
okay.
Robert Mariner Dogs.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So on the edge of the abyss.
I'll be playing Holtz Delmore, a leech, obsessed with symmetry and stuff. Also got some other things in the bag at the moment. But yeah, that's it.
Brilliant. And then last but not least, our games master with the mostest, Monty.
I'm Monty and I'll be playing everyone else and being assaulted by this little one throughout the evening, no doubt.
Is he really interested? No, is she really interested in the screen all of a sudden?
She is, yeah. She after you waved at her, she started barking and now she just wants to watch. So you've got yourself with one dedicated fan now.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Well, at least that's one. Okay. Where were we? Well, who can remember what we did last time?
Hello. So if you'll permit me, I'll try and do the wrap up of what happened last week.
It's called a recap.
Recap, that's the word.
Be like wrap up.
Sort of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Previously on Ghosts of a Memory.
Well, I think McKeith wished he had the Ghost of the Memory. So last time, the Talons, our wonderful group, decided to host the long-awaited auction of some of its product, memory. We hosted the event in 6 Towers and had a wonderful turnout, which was politely interrupted by the Red Sashes, who hate us passionately.
Not anymore, they don't.
Well, they hate me passionately. McKeith managed to politely request a flashback in which it was revealed that the female leader of this trip of Red Sashes was a former love interest. which led to some backroom altercations between her and another former lover, also a member of the Red Sashes.
Lord.
Very quickly, we attempted to, the rest of the group, whilst that was going on, attempted to continue the auction despite the ever-growing threat of the Red Sashes, which unintentionally caused our dear symmetrical friend to go a little bit insane and get a trauma. His first, poor Holtz ended up becoming unstable, which resulted in the death of 2 Red Sashes. Thankfully, they weren't at the auction. And finally, we were able to sell the 2 items for 12 coin, which also included a deal struck between Magpie and Isani, the leader of the Red Sashes, in which I was also to be traded to them. However, there was a minor complication when Bloodcrow decided to run away with the more lucrative product during the auction. This led to choice words being said between the group, but in the end, the product was handed over and all the money was restored. And I can't remember what everyone did for their actions afterwards, but we now find ourselves on slightly better terms with the Red Sashes and a lot richer than normal.
Yeah, you got a pretty good payoff with that score. So it's you've got a lot of coin to spend, or be stolen from you, or to buy off various other debts and stuff that you've gotten yourselves into. So, but yes, you're in a much better position, like a stronger position financially, at least, than you have been for a long time. So.
Thanks to me.
Oh, I also overindulged in my vice.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did
So
you-
I don't know where that puts me.
Well,
Yes.
Raven is either incapacitated, and you can play a different character in the meantime,
I don't have a
Or-
different character.
or you can play Raven as possessed by someone. And
Okay.
you can choose a new personality to be with some new goals.
Oh,
for the
I'm just
time
gonna
being.
make her independent and sassy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
this
mean, we
could
do
be
have
fun.
plenty of spare characters. I mean, we've got. Who we got?
Alternatively, we can skip ahead to after you
I
get
mean,
back.
I quite
from
like the
your
idea.
vendor. Yeah.
I quite like the idea of playing her possessed.
Okay,
I'm
you have
not
to put an
gonna
echo
lie.
on. You have to speak with an echo perpetually. Can you do echoes?
Fuck. I did have a voice mod. Let me see if I.
You really don't need to do that.
No, please don't. Just in case it all goes horribly wrong and like your computer catches fire. So I mean, it's struggling with your fucking video at the moment.
Oh. Are you gone from voice to no voice? It's now silent. It's fine.
Exactly. Right, that's why you shouldn't mess around with things.
So yeah, Raven's possessor is a mute apparently. So it's
Hello.
oh, there we
There
go.
we go.
She speaks.
So what are we doing? So are you going to play as Raven, but not? Are you not Raven?
I'm Raven, not Raven.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Ravenish.
We
What is
ain't.
What's going on in the world today? How fucked are we? What else is going wrong?
Well,
I don't know.
the I mean, the fallout from the auction was very minimal, really. Apart from, let's see, there wasn't much else really. I mean, you've still got the kind of fallout from the whole rail jacks being exploded thing that hasn't really come back to bite you yet. But you know that that's definitely, like, someone's going to put 2 and 2 together at some point. On the upside, though, the news on the street is that the railjacks have backed down a lot, and the Imperial military has put a boot on their neck, and it looks like this unionization isn't happening anymore. And the riots are mostly being quashed at the moment. So while martial law is still in effect, restrictions have been considerably relaxed now, and it's mostly around the station in Nightmarket, where that's things are still a little bit hotter, which is, I mean, bad for you because that's where your base is, but then again, you tend not to actually operate a lot of like trade or anything directly back and forth between your lair, so it probably doesn't affect you that much. Otherwise, it's up to you whether you want to put your ear to the street and find out what's going on, whether you want to investigate some avenues for some new scores, or figure out some ways to spend this money on something to make your gang bigger and better. Or you've got sort of the world's your oyster at the moment, because you've got all this cash and you're relatively out of harm's way.
We're also now leaderless as well, aren't we?
Sorry?
We're now technically leaderless as well.
Yes. Yes, Zaruso is in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So you've had trouble making contact with him. So maybe he's pissed off the wrong person in prison, or the guards decided they didn't like him very much and put him in solitary. But yeah, you've your normal method, like avenues for contacting him, have gone dark. I mean, you could try and do a prison break, but that would be expensive and dangerous.
Blue coat's too tough.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing you do have to deal with, though, which without Zaruso is concerning, is all of these demonic deals that your group has made.
I haven't made any demonic deals. Thank you very much.
Neither have I. Neither have I.
They're going to come expecting to collect. I mean, you've known for a while that Salvaraxos is expecting a Leviathan ship to be a site of slaughter.
But wasn't his blood pact with Zavusa, not us? Or Ghost Pact?
I mean, well, it depends whether you want to try and get into a legal, a legal technical contract argument with a demon or not.
This is where we get like a demon lawyer.
Yeah, the demon made a contract with Zavuso in terms of like there's an actual demon pact with him, like a spirit pact with him. But the understanding was that he has pledged that him and his gang are going to do this. It's like it wasn't like I'll do it somehow, and I'll if my gang helps, great. It was he was clearly acting as in a leadership position at that point. So
damn it, Zavusa.
Yeah. I mean, but feel free to argue the case against that with Salvaraxos and see how far you get.
I mean, I'm not going to be. I don't feel like I can be rational in this, considering I'm possessed.
Yeah. There's also
Right.
Satara, who Bloodcrow was doing some work for as part of the deal she'd made with her, and she's I mean, she's not come back and said that she's satisfied yet, but if you reach out to her, you might, you know, in Bloodcrow's absence, you may find that she's willing to help with the Zavaraptor situation.
Again, I think I might be a bit too possessed to say, "Hey, Satara."
Awesome.
Right.
Sorry.
Like
Otherwise,
I have plans, but it's for afterwards. It's the
Yeah, I don't
downtime.
understand the suitcase and blind drunk alcohol you're doing. I don't really understand it, but sure. I look forward to seeing what happens, but who knows?
Yeah. Well,
I'm very curious to see where it
Well,
goes.
I'm going to let myself leader. How's that? I'm electing myself leader.
No.
No? What?
I
I mean, he's on. He's. Which things do you have again?
What?
Traumas. What traumas do you have again?
I've got vision.
vicious. Like
I'm leader. My dagger says so. This knife says so.
Yep, the knife that talks to me.
Yes.
The knife that talks to me is saying that I should be leader.
No. Our reputation as a crew is strange and immortal.
That's true.
Oh, what are we even talking about?
way.
All right. So what do we want to
What
do,
do we-
guys? Let's do something. Let's not sit here going like awkwardly,
Yeah.
like in silence, trying to figure
Yes.
out what to do.
Wait.
Let's do something. Let's make a decision. Should we get
I
some more
haven't-
turf, or is there more pressing issues that we need to do?
I mean, I was planning to deal with that with the demon stuff during my downtime. So
Okay.
yeah,
So let's do a score, shall we?
yeah.
Cool.
Like, what are we gonna get?
You want to try and acquire some turf, or
More space to play! Yay!
Have a look. What can we get?
possessed by a child?
Local graft. What's that mean? Plus 2 coins.
Yeah.
Show of false or socialise. What do you want to get? Well, what do you want to get? Pigeon. What should we
Let's just go for turf.
Just turf, yeah.
Mm.
Which
Yeah,
way? Is there a specific direction we want to go in?
Mm.
I assume this makes all the. I assume. Oh god, why is it not showing?
Surveying, hunt. Cover operations really good.
I assume it's cover operations. All right, okay. So we want to go that way, yeah.
Score.
Yeah, we want to go. Hang on, I can't go that way. Yeah, we want to go that way. You can type
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, go for turf. I mean, you can just skip it, but it's not advisable because the GM will make it ever so much harder.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna get some turf then, Mr. Monty GM man.
Nice.
Right.
Okay. So, whereabouts are you looking for some turf? Because obviously, all turf is owned by other people currently. So, whose toes are you going to tread on?
Some caches at the.
Oh.
Orc.
Maybe we should do it in the Nightmarket because obviously that's where we're based. Yeah,
It's also where the Imperial military are currently operating.
that's all right. We'll do it under their fucking nose.
It's fine. They're only tier 6. So.
No, thank you. Oh, no.
Well, I know I know what flashback I'm doing.
Where's our current turf?
Well, basically, you took the Foghound's
That's
undertaker, basically, that you've kind of been operating behind in the sort of the junkyard behind. They technically owned him, and then you took him from them, basically.
Where are we set up normally?
Oh, right. Okay. So,
Actually,
if I bring up the map, you are basically sort of there-ish,
Where?
which is
Oh, that was pretty cool that you did what you did. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
how are
you
you
can do
doing
that.
that?
press and hold.
Yeah.
Left mouse button and hold.
it's basically
Aw.
just you're near the fences of the between the Nightmarket and the Gaddock rail station, sort of near the what's it, left.
I wish this
Whichever
map
direction
had
that
the
is.
locate like night
So
market
is
and
is that
stuff
night market
on
over
it.
here?
No, this is all the Nightmarket.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
This
happening
whole
on that
island.
side? Yeah, so what's on the other island?
So that
Coleridge.
yeah, that's Coleridge, I think. Yeah,
What's that all about?
See.
yeah, Coleridge is a lot of factories.
Do we want to go? Do we want to start? I thought we want like high market.
I mean, like, if we can industrialize our product. What?
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
you want to go that way, do you?
Steal an old factory. Steal an
why
old
don't-
factory. Yeah.
Why
District
don't we?
factory.
Why don't we take the area near the bridge?
What bridge?
This bridge next to Coleridge.
That
Uh,
could be
does it-
good. Control. That gives us control of an area bringing stuff in and out.
Yeah, I mean,
How much
it's
do I want? Sorry.
I was going to say, like, since it's a bridge between two districts, it's going to be high throughput for trade. So potentially gives you a way to tap into people that are.
Like,
That moving,
getting across these points and having things set up so that we can move across is.
I also think. Sorry, I'm talking other people again. I'm also thinking that if we go there, we can expect some Imperial military, because they've probably got the whole district locked down, and they've probably got guards at the bridges.
Can we approach from the other side of the bridges?
But we're not trying to sell anything. We're trying to take
Establish territory.
that we need to take from someone else's turf.
Yeah, I mean, you might use this turf for having your gang members sell
It's the
stuff. to people.
foghounds in this. Sorry, foghound in this area. Yeah.
Between Coleridge and the Nightmarket, I mean, like, the Foghounds are operating in the Nightmarket a fair amount at the moment. But Coleridge is generally home to. There's a bunch of the grinders in there. The crows are expanding into that area. Given that area,
Now that we're allied with the red sashes, or starting to, maybe the crows are more our enemy now, aren't they? More so,
That's true.
and they don't like us.
if they've gotten wind of the fact that you're cozying up with them, yeah, because they were properly angled to going to war with the sashes. So,
Let's take it from them.
Yeah, we're gonna take them
Yeah.
crows.
yeah, there's probably a street. Yeah, like a street by the bridge is probably controlled by the crows at the moment. So,
Called crow's feet. Yeah.
But there's a place called Crow's Foot.
yeah, there's already a place.
Yeah.
A district.
Whatever.
Whatevs.
Confusingly enough, it's actually called Rapen Crescent. I don't know.
Sure, why not?
Actually, that wouldn't work. I've played way too many city building games to know that that wouldn't work.
Right, so how do we do
Right.
this? So what do we do? How do we do this? Can we just jump straight in and then figure
Yeah, well, I
shit
mean, I guess
out?
it depends on what kind of squad you want to do. I mean, do you want to just go in there and beat a bunch of people up and take their place, or do you want to try and negotiate it away from them? Do you want to try and set up some kind of secondary side score to kind of draw people away and then go in and
Let's fuck them up.
yeah, I mean, you could just
Yay,
go
fuck
straight up murder.
Yeah.
You can. It won't cause heat.
No, it's fine.
There could be 100 bodies and it wouldn't cause heat.
We got.
Plus, you want bodies for fuel for your.
Let the
stuff.
body hit the floor. Sorry.
God,
Okay, so we're having us a good old fashion street fight, gang war.
A good old fashioned murderation.
Not war until they find out it was us,
No, that's true. It's not war yet.
which they will because it's their
It's a surgical strike.
But if we're definitely teaming up with the Red Sashes, then this is like the way we need to move.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not talking to me yet, so
Yeah, so we're gonna take the crows. We're gonna go do the crows in.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Which side of the river would they be on, Duck?
They're given that given that the map, that bridge is kind of close to another bridge that leads into another area. I'm trying to think of what would be a good one that they'd go for. Actually, it's let's see. I mean, they'd probably be on the one on the Colwich side of things. It's closest to their home turf. So
This building here.
yeah, so yeah, probably that. Like their chances are you know that they've got like a warehouse that's it's used by the miners in Colwich to store coal and ore and stuff, but they also use it on the side for a couple of other things.
They operate out of it,
Yeah.
Cool. So, what's our approach? How are we going to do this? We're just going to go in, kick some ass, and or we could sneak you all in.
If you want to lead, I personally, I think we should just go in heavy.
No, I think we should go in silently.
You want to make it like you go in there like when everyone's asleep, nobody wakes up.
Silent murder fest.
Or yeah, I mean it's up to you what kind of approach you want to take. I mean, like you don't know a lot about this area or about this particular building.
Excuse me.
Except you, because you've got your maps and stuff, haven't you? So
I know this area like the back of my hand.
Yeah, so you know it's a relatively minor holding of the crows.
Yeah.
And I mean they're using it exactly for what you want to use it for, effectively.
Yeah.
It's on a kind of a good trade route between districts. They use it to catch to basically trade with the and sell to the more higher up people that are living in the gentrified parts of the Nightmarket, who can just pop over to the slummet in Colwich for a bit, get a bit of stuff, and then head back without having to go too deep into like the rougher parts of Duskwall. So it's it's reasonably lucrative for them, and it services the exact people that you want to work with and sell to already. So taking control of it would be pretty useful for you guys.
Mackie is already having ideas of how to spruce it up to make it even more lucrative.
I think we've got to, if we can get in there at night.
When's night?
With magpies, when they're sleeping with magpies maps and stuff, or when they're less active.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they've got people like day shifts, night shifts type of thing. I mean, it's obviously always night, but they've got people working in shifts so that the streets always got people on to deal with. But yeah, I mean, if you spend some time studying them, then you can probably pick up a couple of patterns when they have a lighter set of people on shift.
Yeah. I mean, we once managed to take out something like 10 guys in one go, but I don't think we can pull that off again.
I mean, you've got less invulnerability available to you at the moment, and less bombs. So
fine, everything's fine. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's go. Right. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So we're doing a stealth engagement, I guess, since you're trying to go in at night and do a murder.
Yeah, sure. So shall we all pick light load then? Otherwise,
well, I'd say you could go medium, couldn't you?
Oh, you could, because that's just how you look, isn't it? Yeah. No, it's both.
I mean, I sort of like the idea of Mackie being the distraction.
You're always a distraction.
True.
Sexy Mackie.
I'm going to be on light.
I'm also going to be on light.
Yeah, if we're being sneaky, then it has to be light for me. I don't want anything weighing me down. I'll be able to get in, get away quick.
Cool. So, so what's the point of infiltration here? Like, how are you getting into this place undetected?
Well, how are we doing it? Well, the way I would do it is I would take us through some like disused back alleys and through some disused buildings. Perhaps they're mainly been.
What about?
They're still under renovation because you know this whole area has been redeveloped. So
what about boarded up sluice gate that we can like pull apart and then try and sneak in? That
Yeah,
way?
I mean, yeah. Chances are that there's a canal route into here. I mean, it's a warehouse for coal storage, so it almost certainly has that water access. So, it's up to you, really. Like, what do you want to do? Top.
Given that we've got a map that
it's not supposed to be, just so you know, it's not supposed to be a physical map. It is supposed to be something that I've not got knowledge in my head of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah, it's like we could know a like boarded up doorway or something like that, or you know in the docking bit, something like that. They give us a bit of an advantage from the map because that's just going to give us another dice in the engagement roll, isn't it?
Cool. So yeah. So we're all lights. We're going in through some kind of, boarded up, disused entrance way that's like, is clear enough to go through, but is considered dangerous enough that it's been boarded up for a long time or something like that. Okay, so we start the engagement roll with 1 dice for sheer luck. Is the operation particularly bold or daring? I mean, you're literally going to try and murder some people and take their place, so I'd say it's pretty bold. Yes. Is it overly complex or contingent? Not really. Go in place, stab everyone, leave. So it's
Well, no. Go in, stab everyone.
We
don't leave because we take it.
Yeah. So there's one less step than usual. Yeah.
Run in, kill.
The end. Yeah. Right. So does the plans detail explosive vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I mean, they're actively operating out of there at the moment, so I don't think they're particularly weak at the moment.
But we are doing them
we
at
are
night,
going
though.
at night.
It's always at night.
Okay,
but yeah,
we're doing it during the sleep hours.
Yeah, you're trying to do it when they're slightly lighter on staff. Yeah. Sure. Like, there's not necessarily a reason that they would have got wind of this. So, sure, I'll give you a dice for that. So on 3 dice, can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this op?
Can I get plans from Argus, the architect?
You can reach out to him, but reach out to him and see what you can do. If you want to, maybe a quick roll, like consort or something, to see whether you can chat him up.
Risky standard?
Yeah, we'll say so.
Basically, fortune roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he doesn't have the plans.
He doesn't really operate in Coleridge. He's much more of our upper market architect. He tends to work more or less exclusively for nobles, designing their latest mansion or renovating their, one of the new places in Bright Hollow, whatnot. So,
what do these guys deal in mostly?
They're dealing in narcotics.
Okay.
Oh, even better.
Cool.
And you don't think you've got anyone who can particularly help you in this case. Are there any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation? I mean, the crows aren't really interfering in their target, but potentially the Red Sashes might get involved. Not to stop you necessarily, but there's a war potentially going to kick off at any point.
That would help us.
Which would help you. Potentially, since this is still in, it's close to Nightmarket territory, the Imperial military may or may not get involved. But since you're playing it quiet, you might be all right.
If the Red Sashes got involved, it could be good for us. It could also be bad for us. It would be good for us because, yes, we'd have assistance, but it'd be bad for us because we'd then get less rep with them because they will take more credit for doing what they do.
We want the turf. We're not doing this for rep. Otherwise, we'd be waving it in their face.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's kind of like pros and cons to it. So I don't think there's necessarily a plus or a minus. And then are there any other elements to consider? I mean, we got Magpie's encyclopedic knowledge of the city that you're exploiting for this. The Crows, I believe, are a higher tier gang than you. So
I think they're tier 2 and we're like tier 1, aren't we?
yeah. So it's not a massive difference, but it's enough of a difference. So you're yeah. So let's say it's 3. Yeah, 3 dice.
I'm not rolling.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a crit.
Nice.
Didn't give anyone else a chance, but okay, we'll let you off because you rolled 2 6s. We'll let you off on that.
Okay, yeah. So crits, it's
I'll use all the engagement rolls.
so yeah, you get through the basically you get through the waterways, you get into the building, and there's not there's people working here, but they're on the street at the moment, or they're just out by the front of the warehouse, like supplying or resupplying people on the street. But you managed to sneak into effectively like a set of dorms they've set up for the other shift. And when you get in there, everyone's asleep. And you're in a control position. You've got a whole bunch of I said there's 8 people sleeping in bunks. The room itself is, I mean, so they can sleep, is relatively sealed off away from the rest of the warehouse noise, so it's relatively quiet. But yeah, you managed to basically find an entranceway into the warehouse, sneak through to this back room where these bunks have been set up, and you're in a sort of good position to make a start.
Okay. I think I'm going to start slitting throats.
Yeah. Can I slit throats? Yeah.
Yeah, we can all do it.
Yeah, I was literally thinking, like whoever's leading this. Well, obviously, Mackie would just say, "Everyone takes would whisper, everyone take one person," and then
yeah. I mean, you could do them all simultaneously as like a big group action or something. Yeah, just like
yeah. Controlled and all of that.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a blade or 2 as an item that I'm bringing along with me.
Same.
Because we all need.
So I'm having a sneezing spasm. Can you just bear with me?
Okay.
You're
muted, Fox.
Fuck, damn it. If I brought with me a small packet of glitter, would that be weightless? Just
I
to
mean,
throw it.
sure.
Glitter.
Murder is fabulous.
Oh, look, there's blood everywhere. Let's cover it in glitter.
I think I'm allergic to the word glitter. Can we just stop using it, please?
Yeah.
I don't really understand what we're talking about. Okay.
So somebody joked about how blowing glitter in somebody's face is worse than killing them. So I'm now going with I'm just going to blow glitter in everybody's faces whilst Raven is possessed.
Who wants to lead this role?
Well, I guess it should be me.
Yeah, I think this is a finesse roll because...
It's a prowl roll.
Yes, definitely a prowl roll.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think I
okay.
should definitely lead this.
Yeah.
Can I give everyone... If I drunk my silent potion,
Yeah.
would that give us more of an advantage or something, or would that not?
I mean, really, it would make the position better, but you're already in a control position. So
basically, if we fail this roll, because it's controlled, we'll get to retry it, and that's the point. You go, oh wait a second, right, and then you take it to bring it back down to controlled.
All right, we're just gonna do it. All right, so I'm gonna lead this. Try not to fuck up, guys.
Glitter!
Because I don't want too much stress. Because I'm literally on 4 stress.
So it's
5 stress away.
controlled. Controlled what?
I mean, probably great effect, really. I mean, they're all asleep. They're, you're going to slit their throats. They have basically no defense against you. It's like
basically the crit from the engagement is greater effect.
If I did it with my hooded cloak, I could increase. I could even increase that even more.
No, not in this case. I don't think it really applies.
2.
Eight.
Right, so that's 1 trauma, 1 stress I'm getting.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I push myself to get extra dice?
Not for a group action, I don't think.
Just checking.
I think you can, don't you?
Another stress.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Brilliant. This is going really well.
Wait, so it's controlled. Controlled.
Great. Controlled. Great.
Why am I rolling ones?
2.
So
right,
another
so that's
failure.
3 stress. Excellent. This is going really well.
Roll 6, please.
All of the 6s from Magpie completely aced this.
Right, so prowl.
Yeah.
Right, and it's controlled, or was it? No, it was
Controlled
Controlled.
great effect.
And then great effect. All right. Do I get anything else? Hang on. When you attack from hiding or spring a trap, you get +1 dice.
Yep.
Yes.
Ambush.
That definitely counts. Yeah.
Uh-huh. You can do it. I
What
believe
else
in
do
you.
I get?
I mean, you get a bonus dice if you go desperate. If you want to make it desperate, go fine.
Okay.
Just start yelling. Die! That'll make it desperate. Yeah.
No, I think 4 dice should be enough. Watch this.
So what? 6.
There we go. There's the 6.
Nice.
Voice.
That was pretty shit, though. Really, for what I was rolling, that was pretty shit.
Yeah. So everyone's kind of does a bit of a hack job, but you manage to the master blade wielder, gets everyone back on track. And
Yeah, I start at the bottom and go work my way up to the top bunk rather than starting at the top and letting the blood drip down on the person below.
yeah.
It's all about gravity. You have to think about it, and they obviously didn't think about gravity.
Yeah, and you got 8 slit throats.
And I'm
it?
just gonna sprinkle
Is that
all
it?
of them with glitter.
Was that it? Can't be that easy.
Oh no, there's still people here. There's people who are awake.
Oh, right, okay.
But they're not going to have backup now. So
We just wiped out the cavalry.
Uh-huh.
yeah, so it was the largest shift, the ones that were asleep, the 8. So the people that are remaining, there's
Less than 8.
yes, there's 4 in fact.
4, 1 each.
Yeah, I mean that's not including the minor gang members that are pushing on the actual street, but the
but
the bigger.
We could change the locks so they can't get in.
Yeah, well the thing is, they're really the grunts that the crows use to push their product. The kind of the core gang members are. There's really only 4 of them kind of keeping an eye on things, the sort of the gang boss, the guy who's running the street people, the guy who's managing the inventory and the whatnot. Those 4 One of the there's two by the door, sitting out like to the street. One's kind of like a basic sort of doorman guard type thing, and the other one looks like he's dealing out, like resupplying his gang members.
What are they pushing?
Yeah, I mean, you know it's some kind of narcotic, but you haven't picked up a sample to know.
Can we get a sample here?
Okay, we'll grab whatever's here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of crates and stuff dotted around inside the warehouse.
Well, that's going to be
You could
house
probably.
Like, this is a score.
It's all right. So, well, I'm going to take a bit of a back seat because I'm literally on 2 trauma left. So I don't really want to. I mean,
Stress.
I know I'm the one that should really be
right.
doing this, but let's
How
be
much stress
honest.
do you have, James?
Huh?
How much stress do you have at the moment?
2, 4, 6, 7.
He's 2 away.
Hence, I've got 2 stress left. Did I speak a foreign language or something?
Yeah, you
I just
accidentally
feel
said
like-
trauma.
I just
You
feel
said
like
you got
pe-
2 trauma left.
Yeah, which is, oh, all right, yeah.
So it's like, well, you're going to die.
So, what do you
Yeah,
do?
Cameron, you wanted to be a distraction.
Well, my idea of the distraction was I was actually going to come knocking at the front door and be like, "Hi guys, can I interest you in our Lord and Savior?"
Cthulhu.
Sure.
Could still do that. You could just go
I mean-
out the way we came and walk around the front.
Or I could just prance downstairs throwing glitter on everything.
What's okay? Yep.
Do you want me to throw a smoke bomb in?
Only if I can cover it in glitter first.
Glitter bomb.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
as the rest of you are, as you're kind of like sort of trying to decide what you're
I
going to do,
know
what your
what
plan of
I'm
action is, you notice that like one of the other people in the warehouse that you haven't really been able to get an eye on before, you notice that they come down from like a stairway from like a mezzanine level, and you get a distinct feeling that they are weird. They've got some you get a proper kind of like, you know, electrical feeling from them that they're
Good.
tapping into the ghost field in some way.
Can I throw glitter at them?
Yep, sure, go on, roll.
Genuinely, I want to throw glitter at them because
Is that
if it gets in
right?
their eyes, it might cause a problem.
So hang
What
on.
would that
Oh.
be?
That'd be
Before you do that, I just wanted a quick clarification. There's 2 at the door,
Mhm.
and there's 1. Where are the other 2?
There's 2 at the door, one kind of guarding it, one resupplying. There's this maybe a whisper, maybe someone possessed, maybe a vampire, who knows, walking down from the mezzanine, like slightly further off in the rest of the warehouse. The other person, you've seen them kind of generally patrolling the warehouse, but they're currently out of view. You think they're behind like a series of crates.
I know what I want to do.
Okay.
Actually-
And
But I
sorry.
want to do my glitter.
Do it.
And
Don't
what
need
about
permission.
what about the rest of the like? Obviously, we've killed 8 crows. What about the regular workers of the warehouse?
At the moment, they've basically cracked open what all of their like all of their product. They don't need a lot of workers there, but there's some kind of like low-level workers that are basically kind of preparing like little packets of narcotics from like a larger like blocks out of the thing, and you can see that there's like a series of tables where they're set up, and some like they've got face masks on, and they're putting like
Okay, so
pouches
it's-
and stuff.
Okay, so it's not like this is like a small cattle section of a much bigger warehouse, and there are normal everyday warehouse things going on. This entire warehouse is being used as a narcotics lab.
Yeah, at least at the moment it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a doorway. There's 2 people outside.
Yep.
There's someone coming down towards the door, right?
Yeah, there's a stairs coming down from like a mezzanine level down.
And someone's walking down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stay by the door. I'm going to wait until the person's there. Then I'm gonna burst through, stab these guys, and push myself so that I'm also poisoning the person in the middle as glitter is thrown around us.
I still need to
Okay.
do my roll for throwing the glitter.
Are
Yeah,
we
like
actually using, is that where we've ended up with glitter? Is that yeah?
I've somehow acquired glitter in my possessed state.
I think
Yeah.
you can spend a stress. No, you can't. Not at the same time.
I mean, I actively want to throw glitter in this person's face.
You can probably just do it.
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay, so I don't need to roll or anything.
Yeah, it's not really a skirmish or anything. You're not it's not attacking them per se because it's glitter. You know,
But if it gets in their eyes,
sure, if you crit, then we'll go like they're blinded.
okay. what would that roll be? Finesse or
Yeah.
It's like finesse because you're trying to flick the hand, glitter, and
okay, and just risky standard.
This is a setup roll for my action. Then
I mean, you're basically just running up and going. So I mean, that seems pretty desperate to me. I mean, you're running into the middle of a warehouse that's full of enemies that will harm you. So
That's standard.
it's limited effect.
It's probably limited. Yeah, it's limited effect. I mean,
You're not
it's
even
glitter.
stabbing.
Desperate limited.
This is a shaking of the head.
You
And
get
0 bonus dice. 0
Yeah, I
bonus
mean,
dice.
has anyone like noted Raven's odd behaviour and decided and thought, maybe we should step in?
Absolutely not me. The awkwardness between us is too great.
That's true. Yeah,
Mackie-
I would never
Mackie-
deign to interrupt her.
I don't think Mackie has worked enough with Raven to realize that this is not a normal behavior.
Yeah, I don't think Magpie's worked enough with
Can we
Raven
do
either
this
to
in a different
realise
order? Can we do this?
I think we've
can I-
known each other a while though, Magpie. Because we started the gang together.
So
So
you'll never hear.
what I'm going to suggest
Ouch.
is I come out, stab them, blow. I initiate it by opening the doors, and then we have Raven running to the middle of the place and going glitter, glitter.
Yeah, I mean,
And this is
Raven
I
did
wanna
say
be-
first she
I
wanted
wanna-
to go before
Yeah,
anyone did
and
so.
also- and also possessed lady is impulsive.
I'm probably still busy hacking and slashing the cutting throats, perhaps.
yeah.
It
You're
doesn't happen
making
till you
extra sure, like full
Yeah.
on
But
full on
if you want
vicious.
to go first, you
So I'm on 0 bonus dice, right? Because
Yeah, I'm
nobody's
being
helped.
extra. Yeah, I'm being extra vicious.
You know
I'm
what?
making sure they're dead.
I will, for shits and giggles, I am going to use one of my foresights so that I assist you by having bought you a shit ton of glitter.
So I get 1 bonus dice.
You get
Wait,
one
how-
bonus.
Well, I mean, I guess sure if she was talking about glitter beforehand, like you knew.
Yeah.
I know what
And also-
I'll prep
And
glitter.
Flashback.
also, I use my Oh, don't worry, I've got a flashback planned to scare everyone else out, which is probably going to end in a fisticuff.
Cameron, your
Yes?
foresight could be that you have laced the glitter with something which will actually affect them.
That's true.
Yep,
That would be a good foresight.
yep, I've laced the glitter with I've done it with quicklime.
Some one of the various things that exist in, think like choke powder
Okay.
or something, or
Yeah.
So 1 bonus dice.
There's quicklime, which is burnt up oyster eggs and oyster shells, and it blinds people.
cool,
I will-
nice.
Can I actually use bandolier of chemicals and just hand it to fit in with this so that it's not limited effect but it's standard?
I've already rolled.
That's a 6.
Oh, you got a 6, nice.
You said if I got a crit.
I mean, it's not a crit, but
Oh,
it's
damn it.
um
Okay, don't worry.
Well, he's
Cool.
blinded.
So,
Quick
well,
one, glitter.
yes, a successful desperate roll. So,
It gives me a prowess XP. Yes.
yeah, you. I take what? Do you run up to like the person coming down the stairs because they're
Yeah,
kind
just
of
go,
close? Yeah,
Glitter!
yeah, yeah. So you run across the warehouse, and the rest of people see this like mad woman streak. It's like just run to the warehouse, and you just go glitter in his face, and he's confused for a second. He's like trying to wipe it out of his eyes, and yeah.
Can I stab them now?
Sure, go for it. Yeah,
This is happening at the same time.
yeah.
They're focused on her, which means that
Then, then I'm gonna stab the one to my right and blow the paralytic to the one on the left in their face. So I'm gonna push myself. So it's gonna be prowl, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. They weren't expecting you.
Okay.
this is a faster click.
And I'm pushing myself an extra dice, and the and using venomous from it. Position.
I would have said it was controlled, but it's probably gone up to risky. What with the glitter stuff happening. So we'll say it's risky, but it's standard effect.
Okay, I'll push desperate and I'll exchange.
Are you alright?
Coughing fit.
He's inhaled some glitter.
Sorry.
Stuff gets everywhere. Weeks
Oh,
later,
take line.
you open a card with glitter on it, and then like a week later, you got a bit right on your cheek or something, and you're like, I haven't touched glitter in ages, or at least a week.
Right.
I'd like to exchange position for effect.
Cool. Right. So
Yeah.
again, desperate.
Desperate, great.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh,
There's a reason he's gone
Oh
desperate.
my god.
Well,
an extra
this
dice.
did not end well. Okay. So
flashback to the rescue.
Should we take
Take
a
a break.
break?
oh yes, on
Ready?
that on that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Let's go for it.
Right. We'll be
Let's
back.
see how this pans out.
We'll be back in a moment, guys.
Odell likes puns.
Right, we're back.
Right. So on that
Hashtag
note,
crack on.
I believe you are going to suffer some severe harm. So
We'll see.
yeah, so you go to stab two of the two people by the door, and as you're zooming towards them, one of them happens to turn around to get some more supply to hand out, and sees you coming at them, and draws a pistol and shoots it into your stomach.
Fuck.
Doesn't sound friendly.
No.
Okay, but I am wearing armor now.
Luckily, I was wearing armor.
Yeah.
This is a Min Max's dream.
Well, that's all three of your slots taken up, right?
Yeah. I don't need.
Literally some armor and a couple of knives.
Yeah, yeah.
You bring you bring a knife to a gunfight, and some armor. Cool.
And a crazy lady with glitter.
So I guess that goes down from.
Control to risky.
I mean, it feels like it should have been level 4 harm, shot to the gut, but it's then again. You like a whole bunch of people weren't there shooting you. It was only one shot, so let's say it was level 3, but I guess your armor's going to drop it to level 2 then.
And I'll resist it with prowess as well.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with the rolls we've been rolling today.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh, I could have traumatized out again. Be away. Be away.
Right. Cool.
Right.
So you don't manage to stab him, but
What's my level one? What's my level 1 harm?
so he gets a glancing blow. Basically, he's gonna say it flesh wounds you. Like your armor absorbs most of it, but it still manages to tear through the side, and you get a bit of a flesh wound.
Glancing
Oh, there's the plan for the day.
chest wound. I have
just
my
wondering- Sorry.
Right.
The pun for the day was "Let's crack on" with Odell. Crack on.
Yes, but it's Monty, and he said that it was a flesh wound.
Please stop.
Yeah, let's crack on.
Stop trying to make it happen. It's like
Too late.
That
Are they
is,
trying to make it
there's-
happen? Sorry, what, have I missed something?
Multiple times.
Octopus
Yeah.
puns.
Octopus puns. They're great because 8 legs.
I'm going to say this very quickly. The word "poes" in Afrikaans is equivalent of the C word in English. So you're being an octopus. You're being 8 times a puss.
it's like. But anyway, let's see whether you can finish occupying this warehouse. So,
Oh,
so
Jesus Christ!
I mean,
That was really sucky.
yes, nice one.
Yeah.
I hope that was on purpose, Cameron.
It was.
Good.
I can't lie. I cannot tell a lie. My hands are stained with ink.
Yes.
Can I
Sorry, I'll go up
can
and
I
discuss.
recommend a flashback? Can I talk about a flashback potentially and ask whether or not I should actually do it?
Yeah,
sure.
go on, tell us.
Pitch a flashback.
I want to claim with my fine cover identity that before the raid, I went to the little garrison of Imperial military troops that are presumably on the bridge.
Yeah.
And I want to look to have seen whether or not the guy, because I imagine it's like a sergeant in charge of like 4 other guys. I want to see whether I would have probably noticed that like he probably wants a promotion, because if this is anything like the Victorian era, he wants a promotion.
Mm-hmm.
So I was willing to reveal the location of the heist so that he and his men could storm this place during the heist and get rid of the crows, and we slip away, and then he gets the reward of having ousted the crows, and we then occupy the empty space.
They're not stupid, the Imperial military. I mean, they know that basically everywhere is owned by someone. Like,
If you're bringing heat to the building that we're about to take, that seems a bit.
Yeah, which is why I'm cautious about saying that.
No, don't.
Yeah, I won't.
Like, they don't care. They're T6. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they wanted to put the crows out of business, they could just go down and systematically murder all of them, or arrest them. You know, but they just don't care enough. So,
Right. In that case,
you think that the money doesn't trickle up to the Imperial military? Well, you're wrong.
trickle up economics. Yes.
that is.
I'm pretty sure it's meant to go the other direction.
It doesn't, though, in real life.
Yeah.
Thanks,
It's,
corruption.
no, thank you, Reagan.
So In the middle, glitter face.
Oh, how ironic. We're talking about Reagan and we're dealing with contraband. Hey!
Failed
Stop being
stabbing.
political,
Failed
please.
stabbing. They're going to attack the rest of it. I mean, there's a call to arms. You went to stab some guy. He tried to shoot you.
Yeah.
There's going to get into obviously you're going to get into an altercation, but there's also a call to arms, and the rest of the warehouse starts mobilizing.
Can I then
They
flashback?
don't have a lot of yes.
I want to flashback, sorry, because this is what I do. I want to flashback, and I would like to have tried to have known who is like the sort of leader of the lackeys, the guys making the narcotics.
Uh-huh.
And I want to make a deal with him
Okay.
that if they don't get involved and we kill the grunts with the swords and the pistols, so the 12 people that we will inevitably kill, we spare them and they start working for us.
Right, so you're going to try and get a person in a leadership position in, like, for at least for this building.
Cameron.
Yeah.
On our cruise ship, we've got the good stuff. So maybe there could be a fortune roll to see if someone high up is on our product.
That's a good idea.
Sure, yeah. Maybe you can do a little bit of quid pro quo. Go.
Yeah.
We'll keep you.
We'll keep you. We'll
yeah.
improve the conditions and have this as a token of our appreciation. Okay, so do I use the fortune roll on the cruise ship?
Sure. Go for it.
Okay.
So success. One of the people in here is a user.
Yeah. So this would be consort, presumably.
I mean, sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so 2 dice because that's my skill. 2 dice fortune roll. And then it is lackey standard.
yeah. I mean, if it's just a fortune roll, then it's basically just roll on your tier, I think, because we'll see.
So 1 dice. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do a tier roll for fortune to see whether or not you've expanded enough to grab some guy to get like a crow's foot, or foot soldier or something, or higher up even. Hooked. No. Yeah, not. So no, none of the crows, or at least not the crows here. I mean, you can just straight up try and bribe them. Like, sure, if you want to, I mean, you're basically. It's going to take more than a coin. He's if you want to bribe, basically a guy who's in a leadership position for this warehouse, gang, to betray his entire gang and then come and work for you. He's going to need probably he's going to want like 3 to 4 coin. He's like, this is, I mean, he's got a good thing going here with the crows. He's in a good position. Right.
Let's fight.
Yeah, let's not, and we'll just claim that the deal never went up.
No, it didn't.
Look, we have glitter on our side.
More glitter?
We have light loads so that we're at our weakest. But a fight's fun. One of our people's just throwing glitter in their faces.
Mm-hmm.
Well, time to get the concealed palm pistol.
Yes. Okay. So speaking of fights, you're going to be attacked. So most of the workers that are packing, they flee. They'll grab a couple of crowbars at the behest of the other higher up who you'd lost track of, as he comes from behind a couple of crates with a couple of pistols drawn, and he tells his workers to go
Before
smash
they
you up.
do that, can I do something, please?
Yep.
So after I've finished murdering everyone,
Yep.
can I Because they're obviously causing a mass distraction downstairs. Because it sounds
Sure.
like we're on another floor. Well, I'm on the sleeping quarters is on another floor.
Yeah, I mean,
Could I-
to paint the picture of how the thing's in my head, there's like a downstairs office at the back of the warehouse that's on the ground floor, but the office has been converted into dormitories.
Okay.
There's a mezzanine floor. You've come in through a back entrance into this.
I need to point out something to James. I've tried to deal with the two people just outside the door to the sleeping area, and I failed. Like, those two people are still a problem.
Okay.
So you can't really leave without.
Right. Okay, but what you're forgetting is that warehouses, offices generally aren't like completely enclosed. Sometimes they don't even have a roof. They go straight up to like the rafters, and it's just a dividing wall to block sound and stuff, and that's all it's there for. So I was thinking that could I get up into the rafters and sneak over and then from the shadows attack.
I mean, you can get up to the mezzanine section easy enough because there's like struts and stuff that are holding it up that you can climb up. So,
Yeah. What about beams that like holding the roof up and stuff like that?
yeah, I mean, there's cross beams like at the mezzanine section and
I
then
wanna
slightly
start-
higher up.
I want to
there's-
start heading up.
Cool.
Silently, obviously, and with
yeah.
my nice shadow coat on. It's coat, yeah, coat now. It's now a shadow coat.
Yeah, I mean, given the distractions and stuff, you're not going to need to roll or anything. People are focused on the main action that's happening in the center of the warehouse at the moment.
Like the glitter.
Yes. So, so you're going to have to resist. Like, basically, you're going to have to resist some harm as a gang descends on you, and a couple of people on. Well, 3 people in fact are going to. Well, no. 2 people are going to unload pistols. The guy who had the pistol that shot at you, that you're in close quarters with now, is going to drop his pistol and pull out a hook.
They hasn't rolled yet.
No.
I was also going to argue that Mackie's still in that room, so I don't know if they can see him.
Oh wait, so you've not actually entered into the main warehouse yet? Okay.
No, the other 2 have. I'm still in the room with Magpie, who's now planning to disappear.
No, you're not. You're not in the room with me anymore.
She's left the room.
I left the room. You just
Yeah,
don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm going to curl up in a ball and beg for my life.
I'm just going to throw more glitter.
Right?
I want to do this, I want to do this as a sway, and
Okay. Yeah.
it's basically going off my trauma of unstable.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
This is like, because this is also very similar to the point where the trauma happened with the 2 people that like ripped his face and stuff. There's 2 people either side of me now, and so I actually think the Holtz is going to break down between them and start begging.
Yeah.
For, like,
Sobbing for your life.
yeah. So I will
Nice.
sway then.
Yeah. Sure. Go for it.
Cool. Oh dear, this is a terrible position.
Yeah.
Desperate.
Definitely desperate. I mean, you don't get to try and stab someone in the back and then go, "Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me."
Doesn't work like that. I've tried.
I mean, it's probably reasonably limited effect. I mean,
I'm happy with this.
yeah.
Can
get
I throw
both
some
sides.
glitter to can I just throw a little bit of glitter up in the air to kind of emphasize this point?
I like the fact how fucking
give him an
useful
extra
you're
dice.
being. You're being really useful there, Fox.
I know, right?
Like, I mean, glitter's going to be like, you know, so helpful.
He'll just be so kawaii.
Is glitter going to help confuse the situation enough that it gives me another dice?
Um,
Oh, please,
no,
okay.
not really. No.
I'm on 1 bonus die
Just a mild annoyance, yeah.
from it being desperate. Oh.
Oh man.
We are rolling shit tonight.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like, yeah. Then I mean, they're not buying like what you're selling. They just like.
I mean it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do. But like,
Please, no, don't.
he's basically he's gonna execute you. He just puts his gun to the back of your head as you're like, cowering on the ground.
Ooh.
Pulls his trigger. It's level 4 harm unless you resist it, basically.
Yeah, resolve.
Yeah.
It's going well, isn't it?
Oh, you rolled a 6.
Nice.
But I'm knocked out. Like I'm not dead somehow, but I'm knocked out.
Yeah, I mean it's still. Yeah, so I guess you're cowering. He goes to shoot you in the head.
Things better than just whack him on the butt.
I've got like a metal plate that I've installed on each side just to...
Yeah. Well, like his gun jams and he just looks at it for a second. Like in fact, it's like a flintlock, so he hasn't actually had time to reload it during the thing. But you getting down on your knees just kind of made him forgot. So he realizes it and just smacks you over the back of the head with it. Pistol whips you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sends you unconscious.
Major concussion.
Yeah.
So
I'm
sorry.
out. Well, no, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So, sorry to interrupt. So first of all, how much stress did I take for my attempted flashback?
We didn't attempt it. We just discussed whether or not it's a thing to do, and we didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Can I now attempt the flashback?
You can, yes. Third time's the charm.
Can I have taken, I'm going to say about 6 bottles of the really shit alcohol that I've got.
Okay.
And my idea is that I would have taken it to like a power substation.
Right.
And I would have arranged the bottles in such a way, leaking out their I would have poured all the alcohol out, and then I would have put a candle in the middle of the puddle.
Right.
And the result would have been a quick fire flash, which would have taken out the power substation.
Right. So the plan is that like about
The
now
whole-
it plunges into darkness, the warehouse.
Exactly.
As does, well, and so does most of the surrounding neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Anyone okay with that? Anyone not okay, rather?
You don't need light to see. Well, I mean, you do, but okay, sure, go for it. Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's a reasonable amount of planning, but it's not particularly crazy. So it's like a 1 stress flashback, sure.
Okay. I just caused a power outage.
Okay, so as they see this crazy lady prancing around in the middle of their house, glitter. Like some got like one of them's is sort of heading towards you, sort of gun raised, and then suddenly black. The whole place goes pitch black. Then you see like a blue glow start to emanate, and the guy you got that weird feeling of starts crackling with sort of electricity.
Fuck.
Right. Well, luckily I had my dark sight goggles with me.
Yeah.
So as I'm up in the rafters, because I can see everything, so I put my goggles on, so I can see as if it was like a well-lit area, or well-lit. And then I see the light emanating from the bluey glowy guy. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna try and get above him. I'm gonna get behind him, and I'm gonna drop down. And I'm gonna literally just stab him from just dropping down from above him. If that makes
Okay,
any
cool.
sense.
Yeah,
Does that
sure.
become my
Yeah, I mean,
favourite?
you can creep along the mezzanine, and basically drop down on top of him, where he's now sort of at the bottom of it by the stairs. So that's fine. Yeah, you can do that. So it sounds like a prowl.
Yeah.
Just sneaking around.
Mm-hmm. So what sort of hang on, okay, so it's a prowl roll, hang on. Prowl? Yep. Is it risky, controlled, desperate?
I mean, given that literally no one can see you right now, I'd say it's probably pretty controlled. Standard effects.
Okay, but I have got my fine shadow cloak on, which does increase the effect of it.
I mean,
when you sneak around.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily
Okay.
going to increase the effect of killing him, but it's not an offensive weapon per se.
All right, standard effect. I've got a blade or two, so I'm all right for that. Standard effect. Yeah, again, it's an ambush. Then when you attack from hiding,
Yep.
you get an additional dice. Can I increase the effect instead of getting a dice, or what can I do?
You can trade position for effect and go from controlled to risky, and basically you'll try like a slightly more dangerous maneuver to like guarantee that you
Can
kill
I make
him.
it even worse? Can I make it desperate? Can I change it to desperate?
Sure, I mean, like you're in control of the circumstances because it's
Alright.
what you want to do. So if you want to just drop down on top of him, like being like "die, motherfucker," proper go like full vicious and just completely announce your intent, then sure, I mean that's going to go desperate.
Okay, I'm going to go desperate then.
Yeah.
Can I use foresight? Can this be my foresight as well to give him an extra dice for assistance?
Can I increase the standard effect as well? So I increase the. What do I increase the effect?
Yeah,
to?
but you're deliberately increasing it to desperate to get greater effect.
Okay.
So,
All right.
And
sure.
can I say that this is foresight, my second foresight of the evening, and thus he gets an extra die to roll?
Sure. Like narratively, how has your foresight helped him do this?
I mentioned it in passing to Magpie, and I said, I've got a plan. It involves damaging the substation. Make sure you bring your dark vision goggles with.
Cool. So yeah, you're prepared for this situation. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go for it.
All right. So that's 3 bonus dice. 1 for ambush, 1 for daredevil, and then 1 for the thing. So this better be fucking good.
Crit!
Holy crap! Like you crit the hell out of that. Okay. So yeah, like this guy looks like he's probably going to like electrocute Raven or do something weird and whispery with her, and then suddenly, well, you tell me he dies. Like how do you kill him? It's like
So I guess so I'm up in the rafters, right? So I'm on the beams. I'm sort of like sneaking across. I see the light glow, and I sort of and I know, oh shit, something's going to happen. Something I don't want to happen is going to happen. So I move across to like above him. I can see him down below me, and I pull out my daggers, and I go, "Die, son of a bitch!" And I come fucking down and just stab, like literally just 2 blades in his neck, and blood goes everywhere. Literally, so rather than like lightning or something going everywhere, blood goes everywhere. Everyone gets covered in blood. And then he drops down, and suddenly we're plunged into darkness again.
nice.
And I'm just gonna throw glitter in the general direction.
I like to imagine
So
that the
fucking
lightning catches the glitter, and then it does this beautiful arc over Raven.
So fucking useful.
I just want
I
to
know,
point
right?
I'm kind of like staggering. I can't
like
even stand.
crawling.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm going to kill all of them before they get a chance to do anything.
I mean, I'm also a bit too delirious to be helpful. I can throw some more glitter at people.
And Mackie is hiding.
So obviously, once he's dead, I'm not staying in that spot. I'm gonna sort of like jump over the side of the because they're probably gonna shoot where I was. Do you know what I mean? If they,
Yeah, I mean-
even if they saw me,
Yeah,
that is.
they see, like, there, the whisper does some electrical stuff. Suddenly, light goes out again as you snuff him out, and then like you see a couple of flashes as lights go off, but they miss you. Like it goes dark too quickly, so they don't hit you. So you can see there's two there's two people with crowbars, but they're kind of like one. They can't really see what they're doing in the dark. And
What
they're
about
kind
the
of
one over Pigeon? Is there one near Pigeon? Because I mean Pigeon. Because that's going to be my next. That's going to be my next target. Is the one that is basically doing something to Pigeon.
Yeah, there's the one that stood over Pigeon that was going to
shoot him.
Yeah, going to shoot him, but just pistol whipped him instead. He's reloading his gun,
All right,
but he's looking a bit panicked.
I'm gonna,
and then the other guy,
I'm going to come up behind. I'm going to like quickly but quietly come up behind him and just literally just go
for it.
Browness. I assume this one's going to be controlled. Yeah, controlled again.
I mean, the guy's armed, and I mean, he's not like necessarily ready for you, but he's. I mean, he just saw you illuminated by this other guy, so we say it's risky.
Okay, risky. What effect?
Let's say standard.
Okay.
It's
Do I still get the bonus dice?
what for the foresight?
Ambush.
Oh, for the ambush.
Attack from hiding.
Yeah, I mean, effectively, yeah. It's pitch black. You're always attacking from hiding at the moment, so yeah.
There's a 5. And there's a 6.
And there's a 6. Yeah. Yeah, he's like he swings his gun around in the dark, and he like waves it in front of your face, but you just duck underneath it, and get around behind him and just slice. And he drops his gun and grabs his throat, and there's a gurgle, and he stumbles to the ground. The remaining guy is kind of heading towards Fox at the moment. It looks like I mean, even though it's pitch black, it looks like he can see her slightly.
Can I grab his? How reloaded was his gun?
He more or less finished reloading it as you were coming towards him.
I'm going to pick it up and just shoot him.
Cool, go for it. Okay, so
what is that? What would that be instead?
I mean, generally shooting is hunt. It's
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I won't do that then.
I mean, you're probably better off just like padding after him in the dark and slashing his throat again.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm gonna pad after him and stab him up.
Cool.
Even though how helpful Raven is being Glitter Girl.
Can I do something at the same time?
Sure, go for it.
In the dark, using my fine cover identity, because why the hell not? I want to come out of. I want to come running out of the room.
Running in the dark. That makes lots of sense. That's a good idea.
Well, stumbling out. Well, sort of. But I look like one of the workers, one of the crow's workers. From the 8 guys that are now dead.
I mean, I assumed with cover identities they are pre-prepared identities. Like you're not just like Superman in a phone booth type thing.
Okay, fair enough. And I want to start shouting, "Get out! Get out!" and trying to cause all the other lackeys, the ones with the crowbars, to realize it's better to live another day a coward.
Yeah, I mean, you have no way of telling whether they've reacted other than you can. I mean, you can hear like the general like murmur, sort of like just like shouts of like, "What the fuck was that? What's happened? Shit!" Like Can I
then pretend to be stabbed by a magpie?
Sure. I mean, you can make whatever sounds you want. Yeah. It's like but no, how you don't really have a way of telling whether people have reacted to you. But I mean, you can tell that people are scared by the sounds that they're making and the exclamations. So you want to roll me some prowl, magpie?
Prowl?
Yeah.
Is this for sneaking?
Yeah, well, assuming you're sneaking up and slashing this next guy.
Risky, desperate, controlled?
I'm going to say risky. Risky standard again. This guy looks like... I mean, you think this person has at least some eyesight in the dark, so...
He's eating his carrots.
He's Takarosi.
Right, so I get a bonus dice because of... Well, unfortunately, Ambush is going to be playing a lot in this particular scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can probably still ambush him, even though he can see slightly in the dark. So,
well, I have got my fine silk shadow cloak on as well. So
sure, you're blacker than black. Yeah, so it's like
right.
It's just
let's see what happens. Oh, there's a 6.
Nice. you are on form today. Yeah. Been making up for all of those ones for basically the entire rest of the game, but it's nice. Yeah, so you just you sneak up behind him as he's going for Raven, and
I'll cover her in blood as
slash
well.
him. Yeah,
I'll cover her in blood.
Raven's like soaked at this point. She's been like, you slashed the other guy in front of her, then you slashed this guy in front of her. She's basically just like, I mean, you can't see because it's entirely black.
No, I can. I can see like a well-lit room. You're forgetting that.
And also, you can probably see all the glitter that is stuck to the blood on me.
Yeah, so she's just like, coated in red with like glitter sprayed all over it. So.
It's basically Carrie.
Yeah, she looks like an extremely gory raspberry.
Right, and who's left?
That's that.
And who's left?
So there's the one remaining sort of like pile up, and
I want to try
a couple of workers, but they're trying to make their way to an exit.
I want to try something. I really want to try something. I want to try and like, I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to be from the darkness. I'm going to be like, if you want to live, I suggest you run away. Because there's literally no one else left.
Can the ghost that's possessing me just lash out?
You're playing the ghost.
That would be an attune roll. You could you could try and make it lash out as your character.
Yeah, I mean you're in there too, so it's
a little bit of
she's like, stop fucking throwing glitter, do something.
I'm just doing it going, oh my god, what the fuck is this thing doing?
Yeah, you've almost got me killed running around in a fucking battle throwing glitter, you stupid ghost.
The ghost doesn't care if they...
It's a 12-year-old girl, leave her be.
Yeah.
The ghost already dead.
No, I want to either of the ghost's own volition or because Raven has made it, I want the ghost to lash out. I'm going to assume it's probably of the ghost's own volition, as with Magpie's warning, Raven probably would not have done so. So it's just a bit of the ghost's delayed reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So would that be... What position would I be doing that from?
I mean, since you're dealing with anything ghosty and you're possessed at the moment, we'll just say it's automatically desperate. It's...
Yep. And effect?
We'll say standard.
Okay. And then no bonus. Well, would the residual ghostiness of the guy that just got murdered benefit me in any way in this?
Not unless you're trying to... Well, not really. His soul hasn't, like, separated from his body yet. So.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. It's 6. 6 is on the way today. Right. Nice. So how are you lashing out towards these people in the dark?
So Raven suddenly goes from this little delirious porcelain girl throwing around this glitter to suddenly turning around to face these last people who are trying to leave.
Hang on, I've got a question. It's an important question. Does glitter stick well to porcelain like plates and shit?
But she's covered in blood.
Yeah,
And
it
glitter
does when they're
sticks
covered
to
in blood.
everything.
Yeah.
Glitter sticks to everything.
Can confirm glitter sticks to everything.
All right. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Um,
I guess we could just
So-
take you outside and hose you off, though, so that's quite easy.
So I whip around and the glitteriness is just kind of doesn't really compare to the sudden horrific expression on Raven's face. Like her face just
Well, that is-
becomes this distorted, horrific mess, like literally a living nightmare, and just bolts of lightning fling at the guys. Maybe is what I'm visioning.
Nice. Cool, yeah, so this big arc of just like lightning just shoots out of you.
From this fucking jump scare worthy face.
Yeah. Like all that can be seen in the room is like just like horrendous, like, you know, gorse drenched like face. Just
Slightly lit up by the lightning and glittery.
yeah. You know, for a split second, and then it, you know, suddenly plunged into darkness again, and like you hear someone scream, and then
Probably Mackie.
there's this distinct smell of burning human flesh.
Yes. And then glitter.
Oh, please tell me the glitter sticks to the ghost.
Well, the ghost is still in me, so the
Oh,
ghost
yeah.
hasn't left. The ghost hasn't left yet.
This is brilliant. This is such a fustercluck. I love it. I mean, I guess they ran away.
Yes. The combined with Magpie's threats and the what appears to be some kind of ghost suddenly manifesting and attacking the remainder of them, the remnants flee. And you're left in the dark.
We were literally blades in the dark.
Yes, you were blades in the dark. Just proper blades in the dark now.
All right. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Touchwood.
Yeah.
I'm
That's a
really
word.
impressed with myself for landing 2 desperate rolls.
Ouch.
Oh, I did a desperate roll. Don't forget to mark that down, yeah?
I did one
Already
roll
marked it
this
down.
entire game. Well, I've done 2, sorry.
Desperate roll and prowess, which is what I
And
want.
we have a friend who needs help, though.
Do we? Who's that?
I am a friend now.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not traumatized, you're just unconscious.
All right, I will pick up.
Yeah.
I will go over to Pigeon and sling him over my shoulders. Climb and carry him out. And I guess I'll tell Mackie to like put some lights on or something so you can actually see what you're doing.
I take out I take out another candle and a match and I take a look at Fox and I go, yeah, let's okay, yeah, mind the suit, come with me. And as we get outside, I look to see the smoke rising above the city from the power station. And I just simply go, that was good timing. And whoop.
Nice.
Did we get anything?
I've got some bodies.
Like
Sorry.
the drugs that are left
Oh, yeah.
over and stuff. 'Cause
I mean,
they
yeah,
were-
we're kind of
Yeah,
left unmolested to try and grab a bunch of stuff in the dark, which Magpie can help with since he can see fine.
I mean, at some point they're going to repair the substation.
But yeah, you can scoop up a bunch of products.
I thought we were taking
Drag
the
some
place.
bodies.
Won't we get it all?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you kind of need to hold it. But yeah, I mean, effectively, it's yours until somebody tries to take it back. So
Yeah.
But it's
Right.
not yours until you use it. So it's like, if you're just leaving it there, it's not worth anything to you until it's only worth stuff to you when you sell it. So
All right. What have we got then? Is that an end of a thingy?
yeah, but so that's an end of a score. Yeah.
Yeah. We leave a blacked out Coleridge.
Right. Shall we quickly downtime that then?
Should we do that after the break?
Sure.
I was about to say, yeah.
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 Right. We'll be back in a moment, ladies and gents. All right, we're back. Ginger beer is horrible, though. Anyway.
So, payoff wise, on 2 rep by default, you get another 2 rep because you went off against a higher tier gang. Let's see. I wouldn't say, well, the operation wasn't completely quiet. There were escapees. So cool. So that's 4 weapon total.
I would also argue it wasn't
3 rep.
necessarily quiet. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would also argue it wasn't quiet in the fact that the whole of Coleridge went dark.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it depends on how obvious you made it that you were setting this up, like, that the Talons were responsible, or whether it was just like, you surreptitiously did this. So
it was collateral.
Yeah, so we'll say like a total of 3 rep. It's in terms of coin, I mean, you basically took some turf. You took a whole warehouse full of product and stuff. So I mean, I think like anywhere between 6 to 8 coin is totally reasonable.
Have we got enough space for it? No.
No. We can split it between us. So, wait, is it 6 or 8 or 7?
Let's say 7. So
7. So if we take 1 out of the stash, and then that's 8. So we all get 2 each on our character sheets.
Nice.
2, did you say?
Yeah. And
I've only got space for 1. Oh, but I have some stash. So I'm good, yeah.
And we also get 2 in our stash.
yeah.
If you've got 1 left, I'll have it.
No, I've got some personal stash unlocked apparently, so I'm going to use some of
So how
that.
much? Hang on. How much coin do we get?
Stash is
You got 7.
stash is for every 2 that you. Oh no, it's crew advance gives you more stash. Not this. So for every 2 stash you have in, you can take out a coin.
Well, I've only got 3 spaces for coin.
Oh, well then. Yeah, we've got 2. We've split it so that it's 2 coin each. I can only
Okay.
fit 1 more coin. So
I'll hold on to 1 for you, and I'll give it back to you.
okay.
With interest.
I mean, the other thing to do is that you've got people that you've kind of made deals with. I mean, while this isn't strictly drug like sales money, like there are people expecting kickbacks from you. You could always try and keep them sweet with giving them a coin from this. Pay it up to your betters. Yeah.
I'll take that out of the stash. Like I'll be making sure that they get that coin.
Yeah,
because
Cool.
I know it's important.
I mean, don't we have to pay off the SCOV refugees?
No, we're
Oh.
paying up to red sashes now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they're expecting a continuous flow of money from you now. Now that they're supporting you, or at least not getting in your way. Right, heat wise.
Wait, Fox, are you okay if I
Yeah.
put your coin in stash? Rather
Yeah,
than...
sure, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, Monty,
Right,
sorry.
so heat wise, it was pretty contained, really. I'd say. Your you're kind of operating on the periphery of the Imperial military's patrols, so we'll add an extra heat for that. I mean, it happened on hostile turf as well, so and killing was involved.
Doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter. So let's say 4 heat in total.
Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that.
Working on it.
Cool. So
How high is it?
it's entanglement time.
7. Ooh.
Ooh.
2, 4,
Um,
5, 6, 6.
on 6 heat high. Right. I guess. Does somebody want to make a fortune roll, and we'll see how things go.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Pigeon, you do that, yeah? You can do the roll.
I got it.
Oh, looking forward to this crap roll.
What's this called again? Engage. Well, no.
Engagement.
It's entanglement.
Entanglement. 4.
Ugh.
4. So
Oh wait, how many dice can I hold? Wait, is it our wanted level?
Yes, which if it's 0 is you're rolling 2 dice. So
So
I'll
I'll
take
roll
the
one
lowest.
more.
Yeah, so it's a 4 and a 2.
So it's the 2.
okay, cool. So somebody is flipped or interrogated. So
It's probably not me.
I mean, if it's me, I'll just throw a glitter at them.
well, it's one of your contacts, patrons, clients, or a group of your customers gets
Oh, I
their
see.
allegiance switched, and they're loyal to somebody else. So let's have a quick look.
I've got a blood dealer that I haven't used really.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trying to think of why someone would have reached out to them at the moment. I mean, the alternative is interrogation.
Mm-hmm. And we
What's
can pay that off,
interrogation?
can't we?
So yeah, you can pay off interrogation. You can pay them off with 3 coin.
Oh, is it 3 coin?
We've got 3 coin.
So there's different stuff. So you can get beaten up as well, can't you?
Yeah, you can take level 2 harm and also add 3 heat because you tell them what they want to know.
Wait, also 3 heat. So you.
Yeah, so you either pay them off with 3 coin, or they beat you up for level 2 harm, and you tell them what they know, what they want to know, which adds 3 heat to you. Though you can resist each of those things consequences separately. So, so you can do 2 separate resists to resist the harm and the heat. Yeah,
I'll take. Wait, is it level 2 harm? Did you say?
it is level 2 harm. Yeah.
I'll take the harm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll do that. Like, so I get beaten up, but I don't tell them, which is resolve.
Yeah, resolve seems like that would make sense. Yeah.
2 stress.
Woohoo!
Yeah, on the money. Yeah.
The trauma.
Yeah. Cool.
Level 2 harm is.
Let's say like a cracked rib or something where they've beaten you up.
Okay, I'm doing some healing.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
am doing de-stressing. This is important.
Yeah. Let's go through this downtime then, because you're just you're a punching bag. You've just been.
I've got a major concussion, a cracked rib, and a glancing chest wound.
Nice. Okay. Let's quickly just load up your cat sheets. Right. I'll start with Magpie, and then I'll go in
You never
reverse.
start with me.
I know. I'm gonna go in reverse clockwise order now.
Makes a change.
So the first thing I want to do is go see my family.
Cool.
De-stress, basically.
Yep.
Going to indulge my vice. Oh. I guess I'll indulge my vice again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wow. Yeah, I guess maybe like this vicious streak that you've taken, it's scared your parents a little bit. Like they can tell something's up a little bit off with you, and they're a little bit distant.
Don't talk to me. I'm all right.
It's like you know, do you need to take a break? Like you know, Sam. Like you know, are you okay? And you're like you know, just back the fuck off, mum.
I might have to do it again. I might have to do it again. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to use my calculator and do it again. Watch me.
And
roll
here
a
comes a
6.
6.
But if it's a 6, it's fine.
Ah, you cunt! No, because I've got 5 stress.
He's
So I've gone over by 1. What happens there?
You overindulge.
Yeah, I do overindulge with my parents. We go on a holiday somewhere. We go to the
Yeah,
go
like after you know you've hanged out, you're super stressed. Like you know you're twitchy with it. Like you know playing. Like you know they're a bit scared for you, so they decide to like go. Yeah, go away for like a retreat with you, and you're it's like a kind of like a family holiday to like go like you know are you okay? Like you know it's like a family intervention almost. Like it's like you know we're here for you. Like you know you stay in bed. Like we'll look after you this time, okay? You've worked so far hard for us, Sam. It's like you know that
yeah we go on a holiday to the ill farms.
Yeah, buy you some like you know
farmers.
Candied eel on a stick. There you go, Sam.
Oh,
it's like
jelly deals, yeah, jelly deals and liquor.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. Have a wine on the teacups. Yeah.
So what happens? So what mechanically? What happens with when I indulge?
So what can happen is you attract additional trouble. So we'll roll an additional entanglement because of you causing trouble because of your overindulgence.
That would be an issue because our heat level is. We're 3 away from another wanted level.
Yeah, you could brag about your exploits, which should draw more heat on you.
How much heat?
2.
We can deal with that.
Yes. You get lost, like you know, you just disappear for a couple of weeks on a bender, and you'll either have to play another character in the meantime. That makes more sense
because if we're going on holiday, we're going on holiday.
Well, yeah, that's what it could be. Like you could do the holiday as a bender thing.
Yeah, we'll go on holiday.
Or the other one is that your purveyor cuts you off.
How do you parents cut you off?
They go like we're scared of you, Sam. Like you're not the same.
No, I want to go on holiday.
Not the same kid.
I'm going on holiday.
That's fine.
I'm disappearing on a holiday.
Cool.
For 2 weeks, or however long it takes.
Play some Cliff Richard. Yeah.
Well, I need a new character.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah.
Really
after that massive like slaughterfest bloodbath, like, yeah, Magpie's just like twitching, and yeah, his family like scared for kind of a bit scared of him and a bit scared for him. Like, yeah, make sure that he's taken away from this life, given a bit of a break. So nobody's going to see him for a while. Cool.
Mackie gives some tourist advice.
Yeah.
All right. I need to make a cat, so can you give me a cat sheet, please?
Yes, sure. So in the meantime, Raven.
Yes.
It's like a writing desk.
Yes.
I'm muted now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Safe.
Oh, there we go. There should be a new cat sheet for you. So, what are you doing for your downtime? I imagine one of them should probably be not being possessed. But
yes. So one of them would be trying to break the possession.
Yeah, I mean, tell you what, if you want to spend the downtime to effectively, kind of almost unindulge your vice. So,
yeah,
we'll count it as indulging your vice, but you won't get you won't reduce stress from it.
Yeah.
You'll just not be possessed at the end of it.
Yeah, so just 0 bonus dice and normal roll.
We'll just knock off one of your downtime actions. You don't need to roll for it.
Okay.
We
So
also-
I'm now free of possession.
our heat is incredibly high.
Yes. Reduce heat is an option for downtime, or you could be like,
Oh, actually, just let me reduce heat. I'll take another level 2 half. Fine.
got to catch them all.
Oh my god, I might as well.
Well, there goes Pigeon.
Well, you've got one more downtime action, Raven. So, what are you going to do?
I think I'm probably going to do a little bit more research on getting Reginald Gareth McFungles a new body, because after that bender of being possessed, I just want to get the other ghost that's following me around out of my life.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
You have a clock for that already, don't you?
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
2 ticks on that out of 6 currently.
Cool. So, yeah, if you want to make me a roll, like what is it you're doing?
I am doing the ritual to prepare a new body for him.
I see. Right.
You're making a vampire.
Yeah. Gonna make
Yeah,
a pet
basically.
vampire. Nice. It's definitely
Oh.
not go wrong.
Would I then get to add
That's-
him as a friend when he becomes a vampire?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say he'd probably owe you one. Yeah. He'll,
That's why you have the glitter.
Oh my god, no.
Sparkly vampires.
So I'm gonna wake up and be like, what the fuck just happened? What? Just covered in blood and glitter, and
Mackie's got the high pressure hose on you.
but yeah, no. So what should I roll? Would it be a tune?
Yeah, I mean, a tune or study. I mean, it depends. Like, if you're studying occult books and trying to like piece together this ritual, or if you're actually doing a ritual, then it would
I'll
be a
save,
tune.
I
Yeah.
think I'll save doing the ritual for the last 2 ticks and go
Sure.
to study on this.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Is it a risky standard?
sure. Yeah. Okay. 3 gets you 1 segment on the clock.
Cool.
So
Was it a slide I was looking at before?
a slide is the like the face. of the
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
they're
that's
the
what I was
smooth
going,
talkers, the grifters. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice. Okay. So that's Raven sorted. Right. So next up, it's Pigeon. So-
So
Reduce heat.
reducing heat, getting beaten up. Just going to the blue coats and going. Just like drunk and stuff. Just going. You actually done with me after what
Yeah.
you did with me before?
You're like, yeah. You ready for round 2, you motherfuckers? Yeah, you even touched me. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
He's the arsehole in an Arsenal shirt.
Or
So
more kind of, yeah.
so how do I reduce heat? Is it an amount? Is it
It's yeah. So you roll on, like do an action roll. So I guess if what you're trying to do is
command?
command them effectively to like be like, you know, is that what you got? Like, bring it on type thing. Then sure, yeah, we'll do that. And yeah, 1 to 3 is a 1, 4 to 5 is a 2, 6 is a 3, and crit is a 5.
Okay, I'll do it as a fortune.
Oh,
So that's 3 or 4?
2.
So
That's
you
a
yeah
4.
yeah it's a 4. So that's
How much? How much?
so
did
that's-
you
that's 2 heat you've reduced at that.
do? Okay, that's good. We needed that badly.
Yeah.
And I get a level 2 harm. What else do I gain?
I mean, tell you what, since you're
Broken nose.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to sit down and physic.
We don't have our resident doctor.
Can I try and heal myself anyway?
Yeah, physician, heal thyself.
Because I'm a leech. I mean, I'm not a trained physiker, but I could probably still tinker, right?
Sure. Yeah, you can still.
Bonuses.
Yeah, I mean, it says you may heal yourself if you have the physica special ability, but you take 2 stress when you do so. So
I'm not healing myself then.
Yeah.
Fine. It'd be a tier 1 physica, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fortune 1, 3, 1 on the clock.
Yep.
I'm paying a coin. Doing it again.
5.
That's 2. I'm paying a coin, finishing the clock, because it doesn't matter what I roll.
Yep.
I now have 2 level 2s.
I mean, it does matter what you roll, because I mean, if you got like a crit or something, it rolls over, so you could use it to.
I thought healing didn't roll over.
It says here on the recover, when you fill your healing clock, reduce each instance of harm on your sheet by 1 level, then clear the clock. If you have more seconds to mark, they roll over.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
I that was different in an earlier beta.
I mean, I'm reading 8.2 at the moment. Nice. Yeah, 3 seconds. Cool.
So and then I'm gonna spend another coin.
And de-stress.
No, another clock. Because if you get hit, if you take damage while your clock's there, it disappears. So I need to do this well.
Yeah.
I'm buying the best stuff. Another 6.
Useful.
Now you're all.
Now I've just got less effect. Now I spend a coin to de-stress. So my major concussion goes down to persistent headache.
Yeah. Migraine.
No, it's not a migraine. Migraines are actually really debilitating.
Yeah, they are actually. Yeah, they'd definitely be level 2. But,
but yeah, I need to. So I'm so much dice. God, so much. Is it just going to be my regular thing, or am I also going to try and do a finger? No, I'm just going to indulge vice. I'm going to go to the prostitutes. I'm going to measure some symmetrical ass.
You're going to measure the hell out of those prostitutes. Yeah.
I really am.
Cool.
Filthy bastard.
6.
Nice. That's just what you need. Just what the doctor ordered. Right.
It really is. I'm on 2 stress now. Actually, you know what? Because they were so deliciously symmetrical, I'm gonna chop off a finger from both hands.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
This probably isn't a sustainable activity. But sure. Go for it.
Paralyzed. Sure. Yeah, I realize I probably can't do it again.
No, it's fine. I'll just make a clock for you're going to be cut off for cutting people off, as it were. So
so venomous, I'll push myself. It's going to be finesse, I think, and catch him. Yeah, I've done this with like the leech mask and stuff, but I'm still, the shape of my body is the same, isn't it? Finesse, push myself. Oh, sorry, let me re-roll that, or take the 5 if you like. Oh, what was the position and effect anyway? I should have asked first. Let's just redo it. Desperate?
What is this for the slicing and dicing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I roll before. Because if it's desperate, that can stand.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's desperate. It's risky. I mean, it's not like people are expecting you necessarily at this point anyway. To
Okay, should I re-roll then? Because it should have been only one.
yeah, you should probably re-roll.
Risky standard.
Yeah.
1 bonus dice because I'm pushing myself.
Well, I'll tick that clock up a bit more.
Done well for you then.
Yeah, I can't do that again.
So yeah, you've got yourself a bit of a reputation
Oh God.
for damaging the merchandise. Yeah.
Pagan.
Right.
You really can get away with murder here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chaucer. Right, Mackie.
Fantastic.
Right. Level 1 physician. I'm going to try and get rid of my harm.
Rightio.
So
Recovery.
so I'll roll it as a fortune roll as well. There you go. And that thing special. Doctor's appointment. One.
So you get 1 segment of healing.
Yeah, I should have actually marked it as, because it's a level 1, but we take the first dice because that's how the system works. Yeah, because it's a level 1, so I should. Yeah, I'm going to visit another one, and this time I'm going to make sure to actually mark that it's a level 1, tier 1 dark. Second appointment.
Oh,
Fine.
nice. So 2 segments.
I am healed.
Cool.
So, and it doesn't go over, which is fine because I only needed 2. So I lose all that. I've just got the nice cheek scar. I'm going to calculate, and I am going to. Okay, I want to start. I want to start a long-term project. You're going to have to help me out here because I don't know if this is going to be a long-term project or an acquire asset. I think it's going to be a long-term project. And this is going to reveal to the group what I'm planning. I'm going to take 3/4 of all the booze, the really terrible booze that I've got, which is a very pale blue. I specified that for a reason. And I want to replace 3/4 of the booze with nitroglycerin.
Right.
So would that be a long-term project?
Yeah, to acquire or to have a leech synthesize nitroglycerin for you. That's going to be like a long-term project to have someone do that, or you to find the suppliers and get it supplied.
Yeah.
Unless you want to just try and immediately find a supplier and buy some, in which case you can acquire asset. But chances are you're not going to get decent quality stuff if you do that.
I'll do the long-term project of getting the nitroglycerin to replace the bottles.
Cool. Rightio. So, effectively, there's definitely people around that can make this. Chances are one of the leeches you already know could synthesize this for you. So,
yeah,
it's just
it's
asking and getting the ingredients they need, and then safely transporting it.
Yeah.
So, we'll say it's probably a 6 o'clock
Fair enough. And that is for the manufacturing of the nitroglycerin.
Yes, manufacture and acquisition of nitroglycerin. Yeah.
Manufacture and acquisition of nitroglycerin. I know how to spell that. Okay. And then can I roll a consort? Would it be consort to... Hang on, is starting a long-term project...
One of your downtime actions, yes. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, can I spend a coin to
Sure.
consort and get, you know, would it be consort to try and get the product done, like get some supplies?
Sure. I mean, well, like starting the thing isn't is a downtime action, but you get to make a roll on it straight away. So,
Oh, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I will attempt to consort with people, and you know, I like the idea that I'm going around to all the people I know to find someone who's willing to make the product.
Yeah, so you're schmoozing with all your contacts and stuff like that. Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah.
risky standard.
Sure. I mean, you're asking for some dangerous stuff, so there's definitely some risk involved.
Yeah.
Let's say it's standard though. There's
because it's literally a case of either yes or no.
Yeah, I mean, it's not wildly out of the realms of possibility. So sure.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
So it's one.
So yeah, you've made some progress. Like maybe, like you've asked around, and maybe someone can get some from the mines. Like basically just smuggle, like rather than manufacture stuff, they can straight up steal it or extract it out of TNT. Blasting caps and stuff from the mines.
Can I spend a coin and consort again to try and organize it?
Sure, you can keep plowing your coin into this as much as you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, risky standard. I'm not gonna push myself. Oh, a 6. That's nice.
Nice. Yes, that's 3 segments.
1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna spend the coin again.
Cool.
To try and really get this nitroglycerin. Risky standard. And that's what I needed.
Nice.
And now I have a shit ton of nitroglycerin, which is also a very pale blue.
Yes. So yeah, for the low price of 3 coin. It's
2 coin.
2 coin, in fact. Yeah. You've managed to get some nitroglycerin smuggled to you from the mines through a number of contacts and stuff. I mean, you probably owe some favors and stuff to people.
Yeah.
But
well, that's what the coin was for. That was a surprise. Yeah.
But you managed to get your hands on some nitroglycerin.
Okay. And then do I have to start another long-term project to start replacing the booze with the nitroglycerin?
And I mean, if you're just gonna pour some booze out, pour some nitroglycerin in, sure. I mean, you can do that. I assume that you'll try and be careful. You're not just going to go, right, chuck it in, it'll be fine.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes.
I'm taking great care. I'm taking care because I know for a fact this shit is unstable.
Yeah. We'll deal with any consequences of the instability of nitroglycerin at a later date.
Sure. So I can. So if you look at my character sheet, can I tick number 3, which is and number 4?
Yes.
Right. Okay. I've left 1/4 of the bottles as the genuine, really shit booze, though.
Yeah.
Right. And then, fuck it, because why else? I'll spend 1 more coin. And I want to get, this is either going to be a friend or a contact. I want to become friends with a forger,
Okay.
or at least make a contact for the group that's a forger.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're saying it's kind of like a. I mean, an acquire asset is a temporary use. I mean, if you want to try and get someone permanent, long-time contact, it's probably a long-term project. But
Yeah,
you could acquire them first and then keep working on them to make them permanent later. So
okay, if you're still on my sheet, I want to do number 5, which is I want to make a fake Cthulhian label of this really fancy alcohol that comes from Cthulhia, however it's pronounced, and I want them to make like a fake label that will go onto the bottles.
yeah, what do you mean, Aruvia?
Aruvia, thank you. I don't know why I put that's my spelling. Yeah.
Cool. I mean, you might be able to reach out to your Aruvian contacts. In fact, they might just be able to peel some labels off bottles they have for you.
Sure, I'll use this Arnie if she's wanting.
Yeah, I mean, she's a friendly contact, so sure.
Yes.
So like, how's this go down? How are you contacting Asani?
I find a member of the Red Sashes. Or no, I write a beautiful little letter asking her very politely, and it's full of the old romantic stuff that I used to write for her. And I spray it with my own special cologne that, of course, I have, asking her politely to meet in a neutral location of the Golden Plum restaurant in 6 Towers. And I politely invite her to join me in a private booth. And I say, if she comes, I will try and have a chat with her and ask her for help in this, and tell her that it's part of my plan to bring down Riven.
Yeah, I mean, you have dinner, and there's some chatting, some flirting, and you say, like, I need some labels for some fine Aruvian wine, and I
need a lot.
Yeah, she says, like, I can. And when you mention that it's to take down Ivan, at first it was kind of like, all smiles and like, this is a nice dinner, and this is and then her face kind of like drops. She's like, I can do this for you. I can sort this out. I'll be in touch.
Do this for me, and we'll run away together like we planned. I promise this time. If I am wrong, you can take your sword and you can stick it through my heart.
Oh, I will.
I know.
And then, and it's like she looks at the scar on your face and smiles. Yeah, so she, like, you part ways, and she'll make contact at when she's got the stuff that you want.
Right.
Cool. So, as you're all enjoying the fruits of your labors,
oh shit, that was the thing I was going to do. Oh well.
Satara shows up, and she sort of waltzes into your lair, having been there before,
Did we say we moved it?
Yeah, well, I mean, she has a connection to Raven anyway. So I mean, she pretty much like finds.
It costs 2 coin to move the lair, and a downtime action. I can't remember.
I mean, it sounds like it's something that would take a downtime action at least. You know,
Yeah.
moving an entire layer. So I think even if it doesn't say so explicitly, I would say narratively that would make sense.
It's at least 2 coin.
Yeah.
Wait, somebody's got. Sorry, I zoned out a little bit. Who's got connections to me?
Satara, who's showing up.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no.
And she's she shows up. She says, "I hear you have some. You've been making deals with the demons, my dear. I thought we were exclusive."
It wasn't anything to do with me.
Oh, everything's to do with you, my dear. So, what has my goddaughter gotten herself into?
I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't around at that time. I'm just going to kind of look at the boys and hope that they can clarify.
Oh, the company you keep. Well, and she takes a seat and like puts her arm like around you, like Raven, and it's like cold. It's like damp, cold. Her arm, even though it's dry.
I'll step forward and say, Peacock made a deal for something. God, even I don't know. And apparently we all have to destroy a Leviathan ship and steal Leviathan blood from it, making sure everyone on the ship dies. Other than us, I mean. That's... I didn't agree.
Well,
I get to add 4 more dots. Okay.
That was his agreement entirely. That was not the group's decision.
Well, I think you are all in for a rather harsh lesson then, aren't you?
So. We weren't even here.
One doesn't simply make deals with demons and expect there to be fair play. I'm sure he'll or she, who was this demon? I might know them. Maybe I can put in a good word for you.
Something.
All I've heard is lots of eyes.
Lots of eyes. Who of you took the eyes in your foreheads?
I immediately point to Pigeon.
I walk out and come back with a little box because it's part of what got ripped off my head, and I just open it up. Like this is him, part of him. Just
She picks it up and licks it with an unnaturally long tongue, and puts it back in the box. Zalvraxos, you are playing with fire, aren't you? It's well. I'm no friend of Zalvraxos, so, and if he wants to see a Leviathan ship destroyed, or at least the crew talks, then I don't want that to happen.
or maybe you can point us at one that you do.
I do have some need of demon's blood. Leviathan's blood would come in handy for something. If you needn't do the killing, but if you can acquire me some demon's blood, I can certainly acquire some poor sailors. So
They also wanted the blood.
well, he can talk to me about that. I'll go pay him a little visit. But first, I need the blood. Get me 3 barrels of Leviathan blood, and I'll have a little chat with Salvaraxos and see if we can't come to some other arrangements.
I have.
Sorry. Did I hear correctly? 3 vials of Leviathan blood. I thought you wished for demon blood.
Well, Leviathans are demons. They're just a somewhat elder, larger breed.
Ah, okay. My apologies. Terribly sorry.
I mean, like she sort of talks to you in a sort of like patronising tones, like she's like talking to a child who asks a particularly stupid question. But she's But yes, Leviathan blood. I don't care where you get it from. Take it from a Leviathan ship. Take it from a warehouse. Take it from the Spark Whites. I'm sure they're interested with it. Spirit Wardens might probably have some. Wherever you want to get it from. I mean, we did take a little foray to the Dimmer Sisters before, and I'm sure they have dealings in it. Perhaps you want to double down on that particular relationship you've so finally crafted. Regardless, I'm not particularly interested in the how. I just the what. Unless Raven, you want to make me a counter offer. I've always taken you under my wing, but you could always work a little bit more closely, a little bit harder for me.
I've got to be honest, it sounds like a much better deal than the one Salvaraxos has offered us.
So 3 barrels, unless you want to come with me, Raven, and we'll do some beautiful things together. You'll have to say goodbye to your little friends, but I have some. If you're willing to graduate to the next level, then it's time for the goddaughter to become a disciple.
So at this point, it's either Raven goes with Sitara,
yeah,
or they get the 3 barrels.
Well, and she'll sort the problem out. Or at least she says she'll have a word with Salvaraxos. She hasn't explicitly said that she'll solve this issue.
And what would that mean for Raven? Would that mean that she's just gone and I had to make a new character?
I mean, you don't know. She's not being particularly explicit. But there's a good choice. I mean,
what would Raven do?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like as Raven, like having had Sitara in your life for a long time and her looking sort of out for you, that like people around her have disappeared forever. Like, you know, like, you know, people that she has been close with, and like you haven't heard bad things that have happened to those people, but you haven't heard from them ever again. Like, what's happened to them, you don't know. Whether there's some secretive cult she keeps somewhere that they're a part of, whether they get sacrificed, whether she devours their souls. I mean, you have no idea what happens.
I'm going to interject.
Yeah,
I want to interject. Because this will perhaps you could answer some questions. So we are getting her back after she graduates, right?
That's very much up to what she decides. Like, not everyone wants to come back.
Okay.
Once your eyes are open, you don't want to. The world seems very boring.
Okay,
this could be so juicy, though.
But this isn't a negotiation. Choose, or choose nothing, and I'll watch with eager anticipation as to how you deal with Zelraxis or yourselves.
Is time an option?
No.
Do I have time? Oh.
Should we make the decision after the break, and you can decide after the break?
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have a quick break, and then we'll be back with some more stuff.
You're in trouble.
All right, we're back. I also hate it when people like, you can definitely hear them delivering, trying not to swear, and they say, "Oh, flipping heck," and stuff like. Occasionally, I heard someone on YouTube go, "Oh, socks."
Oh,
What?
Mother Hubbard! Yes.
What?
So have I been
and they-
annoying you with Club?
And they were playing Hitman, and they want to keep their channel like non-swearing. You're playing Hitman, for fuck's sake.
You're walking around murdering people. Like, it's not exactly like child friendly, is it? Anyway, so yes, so Satara, like, she's got her arm around you and she's like leaning in, sort of expecting an answer. So Raven, you ready to take things to the next level?
I do have a couple more questions, if I may.
Yes.
What is your plan to deal with Zelraxis?
Us demons have an understanding with one another. I'm sure he'll listen to reason. But if not, he'll know that you're under my protection. And that if he goes after to you, then he's just going after me. And that wouldn't end well for him.
Just me?
She just looks at you blankly as if, like, yes, like, this is completely obvious. Like, you're just stating the obvious now. No, it's like,
So if I go with you, will you still deal with Zelraxis?
I suppose that depends on how angry you'd be if all of your little friends were torn into pieces.
Pretty angry.
Well, then I'm sure that Zelraxis wouldn't want to annoy me by annoying one of my students.
I'm just gonna kind of look at everybody else, see how they're responding to this.
Okay. When you do that, I'm gonna say, oh dear, I'm gonna say, if she does die or lose her body as is, I would very much like it, or at least the skin, please.
This is her face right now.
Godspeed, damn pigeon.
And like, Tara just sort of she shrugs and just turns to you, sort of like kind of like looks you in the face, Pigeon, and it's sort of like, it's like she's taking the measure of you, and you know, it looks like she finds you sort of mildly amusing, and she turns back to Raven and she's like, very interesting friends you keep, Raven.
I just got a shrug.
It went from flirting to that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Why did I agree to work with these people?
She puts the lotion on the skin.
So we've had Pigeon's response.
I mean,
Mackie.
I think this is Mackie's response.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like,
He's just completely distraught by the fact that there's a demon in the room.
Yeah, but and this discussion is just like, oh my, what am I even in now? Like, what have I done? Who the hell am I in bed with now?
So yeah, those are your two answers.
Okay, and
No,
darling, I wouldn't
oh,
miss you.
Magpie's not here. Oh god.
those
Oh,
are
yeah.
your two answers.
He's on holiday.
Magpie's on fucking holiday. Oh god.
We'd miss you. I would miss you terribly, my dear. But
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Why the fuck not?
Do come back if you can.
I suppose then, Satara, I shall go with you.
preferably alive.
It's lovely to hear, my dear. It's been a long time coming.
Either way, alive or dead, please come back.
I just politely say, please come back alive. I don't want to know what he's going to do with your skin. Please make sure that the rest of you's in it, including your soul.
I'm kind of gonna look at Satara with this kind of look of understanding of sort of the look almost saying this is a lie, but it's to kind of save them, and then turn back to the boys and kind of be, it's gonna be fine. I'll come back.
If only I had that whisper skill. No, that side skill.
And then kind of Satara.
Yeah. And then, in which case, Satara just, I mean, she's sat, sort of been leaning over you with her arm around it. And she actually leans in, like, kisses you on the lips, and you both just dissolve into water.
Okay.
And it just flushes away.
Oh, and I just mopped the floor.
It's like, Raymond? like,
After hosing all that blood off me.
yeah.
So they kiss and then they both melt into each other.
Yeah, it just like collapses into like salt water. Yeah.
Do you realize? Oh, I'm rubbing my eyebrow off. But do you realize how happy frickin' Pigeon is with this situation?
Yeah.
I promise you'd come back one way or another.
He just looks slightly to one side, and like takes out a jar and scoops up some of that water.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely
I love-
do that.
Sort of like, you know.
No. This isn't the lair. Be unashamed. It would just be
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He's just like, scoop.
no, they like, don't touch that water. Don't touch it.
Just as Mackie's readying them off again.
Yeah.
And then he's got pipettes and he's like ages.
Yeah. It's just like inky black sort of
Oh,
brine.
Gravy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Six.
fuck it, I'm going home. Good night, Pigeon.
Night.
You know we've got barracks, right? So you don't actually have to go anywhere.
I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna go.
Fuck this shit up, man.
Yeah. He just looks at this like ink black water everywhere where a woman he's known is just being dissolved by a demon. Just nope. I'm going home.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I'm going home, and I am.
I'm out. No thanks.
I don't know if I'm going to go home or if I'm going to go to Isani and be like, can we please come into sun?
I just. I'm glad I got to express Pigeon's wishes.
Fucking hell.
What? He admires you.
Despite the one asymmetrical thing she had wrong with her.
It's fine. That can be fixed.
It's just, I mean, good luck getting a beauty mark out of porcelain.
We just don't use that bit.
And Dremel. That's like
The thing is, you can just draw it on the other cheek.
Okay, I'm now accepting it as headcanon that Raven has woken up with a beauty mark drawn on the other cheek and gone, the fuck?
Pigeon actually had surgery on himself so that he had a mole here and he got another mole and he put it the other side.
Why not just take off the existing mole? You can do that with normal skin.
That's not art.
yeah. Besides, removing stuff might leave a scar, but adding stuff, it's like that's much easier.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Pigeon.
He's got the brain of one.
You get to meet him on Saturday. Enjoy.
Oh my god.
It's all about symmetry in people and symmetrical people. And it's not a sexual thing. It's weird in that.
I
It's a
mean,
weird thing.
he fucking had Raven fooled.
Yeah.
I now want to make it canon that at one point, McKeith, just to annoy Charles, shaved only shaved half his
rogue cattail.
he shaved half his mustache off, and then Pigeon got so annoyed that eventually he just tied down Mackie and shaved the other half off. And that's how they met.
It's just what we do.
Oh, it was probably you're using him as yeah.
Yeah, as the chemist, but I also had half a mustache just to annoy you.
I think I would have made it part of a payment that I got to shave off the rest of them to make it even.
Fair enough.
I love pigeon spice.
Here's a good advice. Yeah.
It is beautiful.
Right. So, got half an hour.
XP.
XP seems like a good one to do. Yes. So,
Well, I haven't finished my character yet.
luckily your new character doesn't need any XP. So,
It gets it for the last one. No, that's a house rule that you can have. If someone dies at the end of a session, the GM can decide to
Not dead yet.
roll over.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Nor is Magpie either.
We'll
He's just on holiday.
We'll just do Magpie's XP.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'll go in reverse order again. So, Magpie first, unless you want more time to carry on working your character sheet.
No, I'll do it at the end.
Okay, cool. Right, so XP. So you've done your desperate actions, I presume.
Yep, I only did one desperate action, I believe, that I deliberately gave
Two.
myself.
So address the challenge through stealth or evasion. I mean, yes, like you just went maximum murder repeatedly over and over again with stealth. So
I did. Yeah, I did.
So sure, I mean, I'd say 2 XP for that.
I think I saved the entire fucking party again.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much that battle was you stabbing people and everyone else like being hurt or stumbling in the dark or throwing glitter.
Hey, I helped.
Helpful. Did
Yes.
you?
But technically, you helped before you showed up. So during the battle, you were also just cowering.
I was being smart.
Yeah, you were being smart and not getting involved.
I didn't get involved. I only got involved when no one could actually see me.
Yeah, just and Pigeon just had bad luck and got pistol whipped and shot.
Right, do you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I did, really.
Not as such, I would say. However, you did play up. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say you struggled with issues from your 5-star traumas. I mean, overindulging, I guess, is an issue of sorts, but it's not really something that caused like an in-game problem per se.
I mean, it usually counts if you're below 4 stress.
Yeah.
Statistically, you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
but
no, you're on 5 and then you rolled a 6. So,
I did try my hardest to try and make my trauma like become a problem.
that's true. I mean, you ended up not having issues with it, but you were constantly putting yourself in like escalating the situation with violence. Like, I mean, you did the whole. Actually, I'm just going to bump it up to desperate and jump screaming from the rooftops.
it could have gone bad.
It could have gone quite bad.
But I was rolling like 5 dice though at the time because I got an additional dice to it, which is
just the fact that you it's potentially easier for you doesn't mean that there's still not risk. You haven't made it riskier by escalating it to desperate. So no, I'd say I'd give you 1 XP for your vice.
Okay.
Stuff as well.
No close yet so far.
Cool. So that's magpie sorted. Let's do pigeon.
Okay.
So challenge a technical skill or mayhem. I don't think that came across really this session.
Technical skill, mayhem.
You didn't really make or wreck anything.
No.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I mean, I would say so.
2.
Yeah. Have you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas? Yes. Yeah, that whole pistol whipping incident wouldn't have happened without it. So sure. I mean, technically, you're causing issues with your vice as well with the whole chopping thing. So 2 for So I'd say 2 for that as well. Yeah, nice. Okay, so now we're on to Raven.
So I've already put in my XP in resolve and pass my desperate.
Cool. So have you addressed the challenge with knowledge or arcane power?
I mean,
not particularly. I mean, most of what you did was like.
yeah. I mean,
I like how you put the voice on as well. That was really good.
but me putting on the childish voice.
No, Monty's impression of.
Oh, Monty's impression of me. That to you. I mean, yeah, no, I would agree with that one.
Because you weren't really playing yourself. You didn't necessarily express your beliefs, drives, or heritage background at first. But with Sitar, you definitely played into. I mean, saying yes.
I mean, I kind of feel like that is both the beliefs, drives, heritage, and background, and the knowledge or arcane power, because she wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for the fact that there was the offer of new knowledge.
Yeah, but you didn't address a challenge with the knowledge.
No, that's true.
So I'll give you 2 XP in total for that.
Awesome. That puts me up to a new level.
And then did you struggle with issues from your vital traumas? Oh, well, yeah, like pretty much you being possessed the whole time and running around throwing glitter instead of actually being helpful.
So I've got a new playbook advancement and then 1 extra XP.
Cool.
So I think looking at these, I probably want to take Tempest.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, warded or ritual might be quite good as well.
I've already got occultist and compel. I'm kind of tempted about ghost mind though. I don't know. You know, I agree. Warded. I'm going to go with warded. Yep.
Cool. And then it's Mackie to do, isn't it?
Yep.
So, Mackie.
I had no desperate actions, as per usual.
Did you address the challenge with the calculation of conspiracy? I mean, your flashback pre-planning stuff.
Yeah.
Wrong. No, sorry, the controlled thing. I thought the group action was desperate, but it wasn't this time. Ignore me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was controlled. So is that? Yeah, I mean, it was a good experiment. I I would like to argue for 2 XP because as a result of my planning, Magpie basically got to go apeshit.
Sure, if you think that at once too, like that's doing a plan
Yeah,
that massively boosts everyone else, then sure, yeah, we'll go for it. I'll give you 2 for that.
there you go.
To express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I mean, your whole downtime actions, what you're planning.
Yeah. Getting Insani involved.
Yeah, I would say so. That's 2 XP there.
And we get to level up.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I don't think you struggled with any issues.
No, because I don't have any traumas.
Cool.
I didn't even need my advice. And I know exactly what I'm going to take. I believe it is a slide. It is the special ability where you can always tell when someone is lying.
That would have been useful today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe this was the thing. Maybe it's kind of the demonic presence and being around and someone lying in front of you and something just clicks in your head.
Yeah, basically.
Well,
Like
with my new character, I'm going to take that power straight first, and we're going to just sit there lying to each other. Just have a constant like, you're lying to me.
To be fair, neither of you called me out.
Well, we knew it was a. Well, that's the thing. We do we have to roll like a can I roll a study? Can I quickly roll a study check to see whether or not I believed her?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you don't really necessarily know how to read demons very well, but you can certainly you could have studied her the whole time to see whether you could get a read on her.
You know, I'll just roll it as a fortune roll, and then because I've got 1 point in study, so if it's I'll say if it's a 1 of 3, didn't 4, 5. Something's off 6. Yeah, that was a bullshit lie.
Well, you'll know whether it was a lie or not for sure on a 6. On a 4 or 5, you'll be unsure, but you'll have a reasonable idea. And then you have no idea on 1 to 3. So
yeah, and then Raven's Lie, which sounds like a great name for a pub. I've got something.
So yeah, there's some elements of truth and falsehood.
They seemed unsure.
Yeah,
the best kind of lie.
Yeah, you're not sure exactly which, like what things are true, what things are false, or whether there's truth but with conditions that you're not aware of. But you know that there was some legit stuff there, and then some stuff that was evasive, but for what reason you don't know. It's but yeah, you know you didn't get the whole truth, but you got some of it. You can't handle the truth.
Like looking into a mirror. That's the one.
Cool. Well, we're basically done. But we have crew.
Sheet, yeah, crew up.
Yes.
I've got it up.
Excellent.
We do a backflash.
No.
Why do you want to do a quick flashback?
No, I want to do a backflash, not a flash.
Oh, have you done Magpie?
Yes.
We did Magpie.
First.
Yeah.
Cool.
So long ago.
So acquire product supply, execute clandestine cells, or secure new territory.
Yes.
Yes, and yes, I'd say twice
Yes.
to that.
Yeah, you did get products because you stole all of theirs. And you did secure new territory. So yeah. Challenges above your current station.
Yes, they're higher tier.
They're a higher tier. And arguably, you could say that dealing with Satara in a way that pleases her and doesn't end up with you all being torn to shreds is a contending with a challenge above your station.
That too.
Yeah, I say 2. Yeah, bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. I mean, you're going to be known for kicking some ass and taking some names,
but our reputation's strange and immortal.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It depends whether or not it can be spun as strange. I mean, suddenly all the lights go out and everyone gets slashed to pieces.
And then the screaming glitter lady.
Yeah, and there's a mad woman throwing glitter around. Then there's a guy who tried backstabbing someone and then just curling into a ball going, no, not the face, not the face.
And then suddenly lightning.
And then
and don't forget, people are going missing because the bells don't chime. Which is
yeah, so a scene of mass murder where no spirit warden show up, no crows happen, no bells ring.
It's not murder, it's disappearance.
Yeah. With a crazy lady flailing glitter around, suddenly plunge into darkness. I say it's definitely going to have bolstered your strange reputation. So I'll probably give you 2 XP for that, because that was just straight up bizarre.
The thing is, though, I feel like this is the first strange situation where we've genuinely just been fucking weird.
No, you've been fucking weird. No one else has.
Yeah. You were the weird one.
Pigeon was pretty fucking weird as well. Ah, stab! Oh, please don't hurt me!
I take it back.
Pigeon was cowardly. You were fucking mental. I was cowardly. I was chicken. And
then Magpie was stabby, stabby, stabby.
Yeah.
And then Express Goals drives in a conflict and essential nature of the crew. Yes.
Yes, I mean, I'd say it's 2 XP on all counts. Yeah.
In a conflict, bring back your skin.
Yeah.
That was the point where.
Yeah, we almost leveled up twice in that fucking.
Yeah, so we leveled up once. What do we want to take? I'm thinking we actually upgrade our vaults, and how many boxes can you fill in?
It's 2, I think, for when you level up a crew. You can do 2 boxes.
Okay, what I'd actually suggest then is personal training, so that when we can train our crew sheet at 2 XP a time. Not crew sheet, our special ability XP.
All
when
right.
we train downtime. And the other one that I'd recommend is getting elite rooks as a crew upgrade.
Do you know? I thought you wanted a vault. Can we actually see your face, please? Not Daddy Cat.
The cat's so much better.
Yeah, but it feels like I'm talking to a wall or a cat. And that's just weird.
The cat's gone now. You've pissed him off. We can go for. I mean, upgrading our rooks basically would make them tier +1, which is actually really good. Hawker rigging is actually brilliant because one item is concealed and has no load. That makes light load effectively. You can have up to 5 because you can't count your armor with it because it's a carried item. But you can have large carried items.
I would be kind of tempted to go for that actually.
Like Hawker rigging and personal training, I would. Because we're close to another one anyway, and we're not close to needing, we're weak hold, so we're not going to go up a tier anytime soon. So the vault's less important right now.
Okay.
So I'd go personal training and Hawker rigging.
All right, I agree with that then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Wunderbar. Oh, and we all get 2 stash
Yes.
on our character
Yeah.
sheet.
Does my new character's not part of the gang yet though, is he? So he won't get. Yeah, I'll ignore that.
No.
It would be Magpie
only-
that we're getting.
Magpie's
only-
fucking loaded, man. He's
I think
fucking.
Holtz has gone up a dash level now.
I'm nearly at the end of a second stash level. I'm fucking rolling in it.
You really are. That's
could
why
just-
you're.
Gone
Yeah.
on. Gone on.
Yeah, that's
holiday.
why. Yeah, you can afford to go on holiday, like fancy seaside break with the
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
Mackie recommended the destination.
Pitch black seaside.
Yep.
Hmm.
With the black sand with the ink black water lapping up against it. The vicious eels trying to bite you from the shore.
It's like that piranha foot massage thing where you stick your feet into the pool and the piranhas nibble at it to get rid of
Yeah.
the dead skin.
Yeah, except they tend to. It's not just dead skin they're taking away. Oh, it will be.
All right, I think that's it in it. That's us done. So we'll do some shout outs. We'll go around the
That was
table.
good.
We'll do some shout outs. Tell Jay all to fuck off. And we'll get on with it. So we'll start with Sir on the Edge.
Yeah. Hi. You can find me on the People That Game Discord as So on the Edge. Join us. It's a community, and keep watching. There will be more. Bye.
Cool.
Bye.
Cameron.
Hi, you can find me on the People That Game Discord. You can also find me on the Spooky Jaws Discord and the Dragon Turtle Games Discord. I am regularly in Spooky Jaws Twitch chat during most of her streams. I am also playing Wednesdays at 7 o'clock UTC, no, 8 o'clock UTC, Carbon 2185, an in-development system using the Open Game license by Dragon Turtle Games. So come watch me there.
Fox.
I'm Fox. You can find me in the People That Game Discord as Fox. Otherwise, you can find me here sometimes on a Monday. Yeah, that's mostly it.
Monty.
I'm Monty, aka Dark Liquid. You can find me on Twitter mostly. I lurk in many a Discord, including the People That Game one. I'm currently hacking on a game for Terminal Jam, so I occasionally post updates on where I'm getting with that in the Discord. And otherwise, you can check out some of the RPG stuff that I've published on Joyful RPG.
Right, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to check out my Patreon if you want to support the show on Twitch and YouTube. That's the best place to do it. Also, don't forget to check out my social media, where you also find the links for at the PCG Discord, my Twitter, my Facebook page, and YouTube. If you want to sub to YouTube. That's where all the VODs go now. The VODs aren't saved on here. Well, the VODs are only kept here temporarily, and you have to be a subscriber now to see it on Twitch. YouTube people on Patreon get early access to the YouTube videos, and at tier 3 you get a bonus video that that should be like every week, but unfortunately we haven't run a game for a few weeks on either Warhammer or 7th Sea. But other than that, thank you all for watching, and we will speak to you all next week, I guess. Bye everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Coming.
Bye.